risk. But in my fist we fire starters. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always get a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks, rise. A couple milli now, I'm causing a commotion. I've been coasting, hear my name around the world like an explosion.
So rise up, rise up. We are the apocalypse, and a pill that keeps us floating. As we fly above the stars, the light won't scare us falling. So rise up. I'm too great to be landed. Rise up. We're too great to be standing.
They never gonna stop us. Fly by them like choppers. Better took those risks. Cold blood in my fists, we fire starters. Let's go. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always get a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks, rise. Choppers, better took those risks. Cold blood in my fists, we fire starters. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always get a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks, rise. A couple milli now, I'm causing a commotion. I've been coasting, hear my name around the world like an explosion.
So rise up, rise up. We are the apocalypse, and a pill that keeps us floating. As we fly above the stars, the light won't scare us falling. So rise up. I'm too great to be landed. Rise up. We're too great to be standing.
They never gonna stop us. Fly by them like choppers. Better took those risks. Cold blood in my fists, we fire starters. Let's go. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always get a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks, rise. choppers, better cook those risks. Cold blood in my fists, we fire starters. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always gonna feel that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look in my eyes, I'm on the rise.
We are the apocalypse and a pill that keeps us floating. As we fly above the stars, the hype won't scare us falling. So rise up.
But he gets completely lazy from above.
Talked about the Zoomer going down to the low ground. Shots coming through with the RPG. Gonna hit it in fire squad. Gonna hit so much damage. Savage gets a knock as well. RPG continuing to come out. There's another knock for Savage. Are you kidding me? This is beautiful. He's using the RPG. Dean trying to fight him out. It looks like he is gonna fight him out. He's gonna tell his teammate Gray right there. Will he hit it? Oh my God! He hits the snipe. They're on the
Amazing
back.
snipe play, planned and coordinated.
Should make it 15 if they pick up the victory. They're losing. There's a trap put down. Chapek's taking. Oh my God, he's taking. Ram is knocked on the low ground. Chapek has the RPG. He puts it down for the victory royale. It's been started. Hello, everybody. What a weekend it has been, and now we are back for some more awesome European Fortnite action. Of course, I'm joined by Levin. How have you been? Did you enjoy the weekend of Fortnite?
Oh, this weekend was great, Clay. Thank you for asking, man. Obviously, FNCS finals happened. Saw some great turnouts. You know, a couple disappointments here and there, but I'm just glad squads aren't completely over, right? We still got a great day of squad action to come and a couple more days of squad action to come, man. How do you feel about FNCS?
Oh, FNCS definitely was amazing. Surprised that some squads didn't make it to the finals there. Definitely there were some upsets, but of course we did see Red Rush, Droben, Wakey, and Snappy take home the title, and of course they are playing today. So we'll look to see if they continue to improve their series leaderboard score. Now, if you've never watched WarLegend before and you're like, wait, hey, what's happening? Why, what's the format? Like, how do you earn this? Like, what is going on? We will let you know that it's going to be, this is the last week, but it was 3 weeks of sessions, 2 sessions each week. That means Monday, Wednesday, there was a session. 25 players were initially invited. After that, 5 players were relegated out every week. And so the top 20 would play, and then we'd bring in 5 new teams. And then, of course, the series leaderboard is there for them as well. As we see the series leaderboard there, the way it works is the single highest session score will be recorded there. And then, of course, the top 25 will move on to your final. So everybody on this leaderboard definitely has room to improve. If you're within that top 25, if you're on the cutoff right there, like Farok, Smeef, Motor, and Mexi, right? You need to improve your score this time around, because 478 might not be enough to keep you in. Again, if they don't get relegated today, they can still have next session, which is going to be on Wednesday, which will be the last one to improve their scores. So everybody here that has also, there's some teams that have been relegated or chosen not to play. Especially of note, Benji and them have not played or have been relegated. Crew, Chapek, Beehive, and Ritz are not playing this week as well, so they have been moved out, as well as Crippa's squad moved out as well. So luckily enough, they're near the top of the leaderboard. Don't feel like they will be in danger there. So we'll see, though. It's going to be interesting to see as we get into the final 2 sessions.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great 2 sessions, right? We want to see who is going to just round it up, like the bottom of the leaderboard, who's going to scrape their way in, who's going to be, who's going to have to improve their score, right? Like you said, for the teams that are near the cutoff, if you're at that cutoff, you are not safe whatsoever. You got to make sure you play these last 2 sessions out with your, with all your heart. And if you're a squad that's near the cutoff and you've been relegated, you can't even compete today, you're going to be praying that nobody's able to catch up and that you're going to, maintain your spot so you can compete in the finals, man. Who doesn't want to play in finals?
I definitely would want to play in finals. And we got to talk a little bit more about Snappy, Red, Rich, Robin, and Wakey, because they have a high series leaderboard score, they're more than likely going to be safe for the finals. So they could pull a 2P, right? They could take FNCS title championship and they could take WarLegend series title invitational, right? Take that home. So we'll see as we look at the graphic here. These are all the the teams, not the screams. That definitely doesn't make any sense. The teams competing here today. You do see that Crippa and company are not here. They're being replaced by Hoppy, Stacey, Ketson, and MCS X Squeeze. And then, of course, Crew, Chapix, Beehive, and Ritz have decided not to play, so they will be moved out. And Violinin, Astemus, Slicks, and Floaty will be coming on in to replace them as well. Levin, it's going to be interesting to see how the squads are able to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of great squads in here, like there is every week, right? There's a lot of talent in EU right now, and a lot of teams doing well. And for some of the squads who didn't do as well throughout the FNCS finals, I'm sure they will be looking to kind of use today as kind of like a redemption day, right? One of the squads I'd like to know is obviously the Train Hard squad. Last session we had, they were playing amazing. The momentum that they had going into this weekend, I predicted them to do a lot better than people would have expected in the finals. They obviously, kind of disappointed, I'd say, by their standards. They weren't able to get what they wanted, finding themselves a bit low on that leaderboard. And I'm sure they'll come in today looking to kind of redeem that and amend that. So,
as we have your brother down there in the chat, Downs 2K, they're also playing as well. See if they can improve their series leaderboard. Try to point them out there, 11 2K, Downs 2K.
Yeah, the family. Love you, brother. Love you.
Wrapping it together. So make sure you guys check out WarLegend here on Twitter and on Twitch and Twitter. I wish you were technically able to stream it to Twitter. That'd be dope. We could cover so many different platforms, right? But go check them out. That's where the series leaderboard and any changes to players playing will be posted. And after the 6th session, you will find out who, which is 2 days from now on Wednesday, after tomorrow, you will find out who is going to be in that top 25 as the games will get started here very, very shortly. I want to know, chat, who are you rooting for? Who is your top pick to move on to the finals overall? And who do you think is going to get first today and improve their session leaderboard? I am going to go with Levin, and this is going to be, I wouldn't call it a safe pick, but I wouldn't call it a not so safe pick. I think that the Devils 1 squad is going to step up and improve their series leaderboard score.
Oh, okay. I like that choice. They're a team that's been doing really well. I'd say, if I had to pick of all these squads here, let me take a pick. Who would I bet on to do well? I'm gonna go with Dynamite. I think their squad that we've seen have some good performances, some on and off performances, to be fair, right? But at the same time, I think they're a team that we could see do pretty well in today's session.
Yeah, and they got 5th in overall in the finals in FNCS, so looking to roll that momentum maybe. We'll see. As again, if you didn't know the teams that were relegated out last time around, let me pull up that graphic. It was outgoing Anas, Kaspera, Ibuhai, and Shenny. Elvide, Provoked, Vorwin, and Martos, Azur, Yoda, Hulk, and Waylas, Benji, Amesons, Bloodex, Frey, Clement, Kaizen, Stig, and Blackie. And of course, we did have Camo in them in before, but because they were playing a charity tournament, we moved them out temporarily so we could bring them back in so they would still have their shot to play and avoid relegation. And then Refsguard, Beast, Kumo, Hacks, Drepa2 Hard, Darkarino, Mashas, and Envy, Ansa, Ricky, Zimmy, and Jesse, Thymo, Raidful, Trax, and Zen will be the new squads coming in. Of course, with all the other squads that I mentioned as well. Interesting squad to bring in. Anybody coming in, Levin, that you think has got a good shot to make it to the finals?
You see, look, it is difficult because as much as it is all squads, I think you gotta adjust to kind of the environment you're in. And I'd say for a lot of squads, it will be about just trying to maintain their self within, the session and be able to compete in the next sessions, right? For some squads, I don't think it's likely that any of these squads come in and instantly make a massive impact and get first. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I did. If had it, well, you really said that. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, it would be unlikely that any teams like a massive jump. Like I think the only squad that we've seen do that in any of the sessions was last week. Train H, right? They came in for their first session and got like 4th place or 3rd place. I doubt we'll see that again, but I think if you can maintain yourself in the session and make it to Wednesday session and use Wednesday as your kind of like, bang, we played this Monday, we warmed ourselves up, we know what we're dealing with. Let's just make it count the last session. I think that'll be great.
I think it will be, as well as we do get an update. Red Rush and company will be playing with Felix the first game, as Drobin has, as according to his word, probably fell asleep there. So we'll see that little bit of a change as we get into the game right as soon as we can. Don't you guys worry, we'll bring it to you. But I am excited. I hope you guys are as well. Going to be some awesome action. Fortnite. Ooh, I'm ready. And the story is going to be the off-spawn contestants. Where are people going to land? Where are they going to choose to drop this time around? And it might start showing up at Steamy Stacks. We did see that very contested there. Choose and company like to land there, and we'll see if they get contested. You know, they might have to change it up. We'll see. As we do know, since Garner's not playing, Craggy will be free. Interested to see who takes over that drop. As Sweaty Sands might also be contested. We know Mitro and them might decide to go back, as they didn't have the best of performance yesterday, but we'll see what they're able to do. As we do see Blast R going to get elimination there onto D-Mine's Evil. We see Airwalk's going to get an elim there onto Nebby's. Zestin going to get an elimination as well. Your own company there in Slurpee. We see Felix, Wakey, Red Rush, and Snappy in Retail Row uncontested there. Is everybody here that we're watching relatively uncontested?
Yeah, like you said in the beginning, it's just becoming the battle of the contest, right? That's all that determines a lot of the standings and a lot of how the game plays out. What teams get contested where, obviously, where we have more stacks lobbies. But you might, hope that you get a quick little contest, kind of get your Storm Surge damage out of the way, right? Maybe you don't want to be one of the teams who's, struggling for Storm Surge in the middle of the zone 2 or whatever. But it'll be interesting to see, right? A lot of these teams having to adjust where we have squads coming in and out each session. Your landing spot, is likely to change, right? Like you said, Craggy's free right now. So I'm sure someone's filled that gap or filled that hole. But, when you have certain teams leaving and joining, you get certain drop spots free and whatnot. So always interesting to see where the action is going on around the map. We still see 90 players alive. So shaping up to be a great game.
As I believe I may have saw CRR go down in the feed there. Sweaty definitely seems like it's being contested. We'll see if we can get that action there for you. Slurpee, as we've known, I think it was every team that got first place other than Middle East and Europe landed in Slurpee yesterday in FNCS finals. So we'll see if Covado and or whoever's like Mira and them are able to clutch it on out. My apologies. We do see Pay1K has been eliminated. Darko's taking a lot of damage. Seems like he took an RPG shot there. Grenades are coming in, and this is why Steamy is very hard to fight in. You have a lot of upward angles that you can get shot from. You do have those stacks that you can choose to rotate with there. As shots are coming in, Clavado going to hit a nice set of tags there, but only going to get some damage off the squad. Choosing to go for the AR sprays. We do see 7-4-1-2-3-5-3-1 going to go down there to Bad Sniper. Advise will take down Tim's Pepper, and this fight starting to draw on out.
Yeah, you see this happen a lot, right? With team fighting being quite a difficult thing to do, right? It has a lot of good communication. We see teams often opting to take a big little building, like those was big little, contradicting myself here, but you take a large building and kind of farm it out, claim all the walls for yourself, and just use it to box fight, right? We see this season so many players practicing their 2v2 box fights, 3v3 box fights, even 4v4 box fights and whatnot. Put that practice to use and you get some action going over here. See a lot of pressure being applied here by Croc, and they're looking to find. Cravado goes down as well, actually. So not working out too well for them.
Not looking out well at all, but we do see Swag getting shot in turn. Croc trying to get some damage off, and he's going to take down Yarkos. I believe only 2 remaining there for the squad. as now Croc and Downs try to get on in. Levin, this is the Downs 2K man, was just in the chat. See if he's able to clutch it up there for the 2K brothers. Shots might come in there. Croc gonna cut off the path there, gonna block him there. Nice shots to try to get the wall replaced. No damage coming off. See if they're able to. As Jesse is gonna go down there to Loro. Let's see what they're able to do. This fight taking way too long. You won't be able to get a lot of excess loot. And because there was already a fight that happened in the apple orchard that you normally rotate through from here, you're not going to be able to get a lot of loot. Croc taking some damage. RPG coming in. Nothing going to connect. As his teammates trying to get some angles there into twos. Twos will have been pinched here, but the build's going to protect him here for the time being. This team deciding, hey, maybe we just cut our losses. Maybe we start to rotate out. This fight taking way too long.
Yeah, I think they're probably opting to maybe get reboots. Yep. You see him there pick up the reboot. I was thinking that, right? Because obviously where they were fighting and it got kind of split, obviously the reboots wouldn't have been picked up. And at the end of the day, you're only taking the fight still just so that you can kind of win and get the opportunity to reboot your teammates. If that reboot card, expires, then you're fighting in vain, right? Because even if you win, you're sitting here in a 2v2 situation for the rest of the game, and that's never ideal. Students still trying to scope each other out, and they're aware, right? They know where they are, but really hard to deal with players when you're in a kind of little specky fight. The player moving around like a rat. Doesn't want to die, doesn't want to fall. Just going to keep moving, wasting your time. And you see Croc here just opts to go for the reboot. And he needs to maybe be careful in case, he's hurt. It doesn't look like the player's going to react to it. The zone coming in, so this is just becoming even more of a problem for them.
As we move over, we do see Mitro and company have all gotten eliminations, and they did pick up CRR, so somehow got some eliminations there. We weren't able to catch it. We do see, though, Falcony staying true to themselves. They don't have a lot of shields, and this squad has to be able to perform with low shields, because every time I'm on board with them, every time I see them, they always have no shields in their inventory. You can tell by that based on the fact that CRR currently has 0 shield there. Falcony going to try to get some here for the squad. Nothing going to be picked up there other than those grenades. We do see E2 Key get taken down there by Toos, but Toos will fall. So the Steamy Stacks fight going over to Croc and company. But that zone starting to come in is going to be very, very, very potent. As we see a fight might be brewing here from Verox and our FNCS squad champions, Wakey, Snappy, Red Rush, minus Drobin subbing in Felix. Verox's birthday here, so hoping he can get a little bit of that birthday luck going on. As we move over to Wakey's perspective, it seems like some of these squads deciding, hey, maybe it's better if we just disengage.
Yeah, you see the FNCS champions sitting here. It feels nice to say that, right? Finally having FNCS done. Obviously, when you're playing with a sub, never ideal, but I've seen some sub situations work out for some people, right? Obviously, we saw Mexi fill in with not Flick, because Flick was the person actually out. Mexi filled in with Andretta, iDrop and forget the last player. That's embarrassing. I feel bad for that. No, Flick was on this out. iDrop, Andretta, and why is the last name? Trox.
Trox. I was responding to production there.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, they had Mexi as a sub, and that worked out great for them. Ooh, Downs 2K falling in the kill field. I'm assuming that's maybe to Storm. That'd be my guess. But hey, look, for Fnatic Time Secret, Mexi was the best sub in EU for a week. Now you have him as your teammate. Go out there and win. Verox's birthday, you're chilling. Go out there and get a good performance on your birthday. Don't fight the FNCS champions though. That's probably not going to work out for you.
As we swap over here to Snazzy, Hoppy, Jetson, and X-Weeze, they're fighting Trax and his squad. That squad being the one to land inside of Craggy Cliffs. This fight has a lot of third-party opportunities there for players, as we do see. I believe Downs 2K and them have been rebooted. We'll see if they're able to make it in through the zone. Stacey not going to hit a snipe there, though, and missing out on a lot of crucial shots there, as well as damage with the grenades. Going for that 60-meter grenade shot. Ooh, is going to tag up one, but not going to convert on the elimination. This is just trying to hold players out of zone. More snipes going to come through. He snipes the ramp, and that might cost him some tags here, as we do see Storm Surge might be a factor here. As it starts to close, we'll see the warning pop up, and once it gets to third circle, if it's not down below 70 or at 70, then we'll start to affect some of these teams, and with only 100 damage, you might not be above it.
Yeah, we see this happen so often, right, where teams just don't prioritize their damage, and you see them even getting tagged up there themselves. And that's why they've got these snipers in hand, right? They want to get some easy damage, some quick damage. They obviously didn't get contested the full spawn, so all sitting at 0 kills, but it's not going to be enough. You're going to have to do something, and you're going to just have to chunk through more minis and down to 6 HP as well. This isn't going to be great, but hopefully they can hit a nice snipe. So there's some opportunity. They've had their fair share of shot attempts, not hitting anything though, but hopefully soon.
And it's going to be hard for them to rotate in because of line of sight rotations, right? We've talked about it multiple times, and Sundown and I talked about it a lot, is if you're rotating into the zone and that you directly have to rotate into another team or around another team, you're going to continue to lose more shields, more damage there. As we do see Snazzy, only with 46 builds, going to be very hard, as well as Wraithful in them. We do see Storm Surge will tick on, and the squad on the right was 600 above, but Wraithful only 80 above. And if we've seen anything with the finals yesterday, today, you need to be at least 120, 130 above, because it can switch at any moment in time. This squad needs to be able to find picks quickly. No really hard match here for Wraithful, not much, as he's trying to get some shots there onto Hoppy. Not going to be able to connect on, just other than a couple tags. He's starting to get that Storm Surge, starting to accrue that damage. This north side of the zone and the southwest or southeast side of the zone going to be very, very, very contested, as we do see Snappy going to be eliminated there. Sigma Sin Pro going to be eliminated there by Ghost Camo as well. That's going to be a very, very big elimination with Snappy going down. One of the champions from yesterday. We'll have to see how they'll play without him. Don't exactly know what happened there. It seems like it may have been Storm Surge, as they right now are only 41 damage above and 11. I just talked about it. That is not enough when players are constantly getting tags.
Yeah, they're gonna have to find a way to pick up some more damage here. Look like they had some grenades, so might have to go for a little grenade trick. Obviously, we've seen that become so prevalent in this season, this chapter. As we tune into Wakey here, they're rotating their way in, and you see, if you look at the map there, pretty congested area. Weeping Woods has players in it right now, and that's not going to change anytime soon, because Storm Surge coming in, people are going to be looking for tags, and they're 8 below, so they're going to need something pretty soon. Obviously, we saw Snappy fell in the kill feed earlier, so not looking great. And you see them looking at the players in the Storm. They're well aware, which is great awareness for the champions, but it's all good being aware. You need to get some damage to go with that.
As we see, they do get some tags, so they're above it. They actually got a couple tags, went below, and they got some more tags. I believe Red Rush hitting some shots there. And now they're going to look to hold this squad out. That squad going to be Anxious, Loro, Rezumi, and Scepter. As Storm Surge is now active, they need more tags. He's only one player needs to go down, so not the worst situation to be just a little bit above. But moving into the next zone, it's going to be 50 players that need to go down. Or, sorry, 50 players needs to be the threshold, right? So 20 players that need to go down. That's a lot. And if you're right on that bubble, if you're going up, you're going down, you could be eliminated. And with Storm Surge, there is no pickup potential. There's no reboot. There's no revive. You were just going to go down, and a nice RPG there from Wakey to catch Rezumi on the rotation. And as we see, Storm Surge threshold will tick off there. That's a lot of damage. And because you get the damage onto the confirm, that's also damage to your Storm Surge threshold, like your little leaderboard did, right? You get 100 damage on the elimination and the confirm. That's 200 extra damage that you just didn't have. And a nice fight starting to break down here. They're going to go in the box. Wakey going to come from behind and take that player down. He's going to take them both down. Wakey says, hey, I want all the eliminations, wearing that, flexing his Renegade Raider there. And he's showing, hey, I'm just as skilled as I was yesterday. We're still riding that momentum, and we're looking to improve our series leaderboard score.
Yeah, and they're going to have to probably just start to thinking about rotating in. They've got some nice kills, some nice damage done. 3-man unit, but that's going to be enough for them. I'm sure it will be. And they're just going to be able to rotate in. You hear the zone starting to close in, and now all these teams here all looking to rotate in.
And I think Letwick and them are in a fight. I think Letwick just fell. I think Flexi very, very low as well. Might actually be knocked. I'm not too sure. We'll see there as we scroll through it. Yeah, we did just see Flexi's name tag disappear there. So Flexi and Letwick are down. Jamside and Demento's the only remaining members there. As we pan away from their fight, I'll keep an eye on that to see if they're able to clutch it on up, as I believe we're going over to Hoppy and them as they're rotating in. Nice little tunnel hill for them. They're going to be able to make it in very easily.
Yeah, they're going to sit here in a nice position, edge of the circle. There's a team below them, and with the double RPG, you see they're priming themselves, looking to see if they can pick up some nice, easy kills. Go for the double RPG, not connecting with anything, but it's a good attempt. The players are in that kind of, and doesn't know they're going to stop anytime soon. One rocket left though, so I personally would kind of advise that they make refrain from it, especially when you're not certain about the position of a player, right? If you know there's a player sitting in this box, sure, go for the double RPG. But when you're not sure and you're limited on rockets, not necessarily the best thing to do. You see their teammates in a fight here. Kesson really dropping down low, but
Kesson actually going to take down Mitro. That's going to be huge there. They're not going to be happy again. Not a lot of shield. We do see Dreamside going down. I believe that squad eliminated by the Dynamite squad. So that Dynamite squad looking very good here. We'll see if Hoppy and them are able to get the rest of the eliminations there onto CRR, Falcony, and Kenso. Seems like only a couple players there. They're trying to get some shots, but they might start to wait and look for that rotation because Zone going to pull very, very far away as we're moving closer to that log jam. Anybody that was there, anybody playing Slurpee rotation is going to look very, very good.
Yeah, they're going to be looking good, but not as good as this team, because as much as they did get the kill onto the team, that rotation is going to be a long one. It's going to be a difficult one. They got pretty look to get as far south as possible, just so that they can avoid teams on that Holly Hedge side, and maybe they'll be able to get a less resource using material. I mean rotation, sorry.
As we see, Kenso does go down, so Falcony and CRR are the only members there. His shot's going to come through. Hoppy going to get, beamed as we swap away. That's going to be Falcony taken down. So CRR will have to play by himself as Solary's Hunter and company. Looks like they just lost Squawks there to Beast. As you do see Falcony going to take down, or get taken down there by Hoppy. Try to get some shots there in rotation, but not going to be enough. We have 54 players here in this zone. 4 players will need to go down before the next zone. As you see, they are actually going to be below Storm Surge, so it might be them. A CR is going to take down Hoppy. That's going to be big there, but he will get taken down as well in turn. So CR getting traded out, but he does trade an elimination back for them.
Yeah, finally able to pick something up, right? Obviously, never a great thing when your 2 teammates fall, and especially when it's 2 teammates as talented as Mitro. But not the end of the game, not the end of the world. We see a lot of players going down in the kill feed now. Smooth going down, Bad Sniper going down, Freeble going down as well. The lobby's starting to thin out. 44 players left. And I'm sure everyone's going to be praying that they get a 50-50 zone. South side of the map, not populated whatsoever. Everyone's kind of just in that northern hemisphere. And this is where it gets dicey. So we see even more fights go on. And we see 2 more players fall in the kill feed. My guy downs 2K, my brother. Unfortunately, he falls as well. But what do you make of this so far, Clay? This is looking to be a really hectic endgame.
And with Zone pulling all the way southwest, it's going to be more fights happening as it is. You do see 42 players, a little bit lighter players playing a little bit more aggressively, but I think that's conducive just to where the zones are. And Miro, Matto, Amplify, and Snap have been in this zone, I think, the entire time. They've been on Logjam, really kind of holding it and trying to contest high ground as Croc and Swag are looking to get some extra loot there with that harpoon gun, see if they're able to get anything of value other than some ammo, some shotguns, maybe some mats there. They don't really get a lot as Artur Advise going to go down. MCSX Swee's going to be down. Snazzy going to get taken down. But next, the Motor going to be the one taken down as you see Miro, Matzo, Amplify, and Snap there on the perceived high ground for now, getting RPG'd out. But it seems like they're able to connect it as we do see Solary's Sky, sneak off Airwax, and Vato in the middle of the screen there. Platymore's camo, it still are alive. Haxor, Gaming Kuno, Beast, and Revscart alive as well. Motor, Mexi, Motor, Mexi, for Roxy. I don't actually see Smeeve there, and we'll see if they're able to, as Mexi has decided to make the rotation there for the squad as Amplify trying to get some shots here. And as we've seen over the weekend, this legendary burst AR is definitely something you need to have in your inventory.
Yeah, especially, you know, when you have it in the hands of a controller player. But even with not in the hands of such a powerful weapon, and it can just do so much damage in such a quick amount of time that it's definitely worth picking up. I've seen a lot of players opt to drop it when it gets into those later moving zones, but I'd say anywhere from around 6th or 7th zone, anything before that, the Org is just such a great AR to have on you.
As we'll wait to see where that 6th zone's going to pull. Oh, it's going to pull southeast. Everybody has to rotate through each other. And you see the immediate movement here from Miro and company on the high ground. Amplify trying to get some shots there to the players down below. We'll see if they're able to connect there. Empty and Pepper did fall earlier, so it's just Camo. It's just Fledermoy's Rios fell as well. Superiors, Jason, and Debbie, Magnus, and Janice are still alive. Shots coming in here for Amplifying them. Trying to contest the high ground here, make sure they maintain it, and they are going to be able to. Amplify only with 76 builds, though, going to look good. We do see Janice and Jason going down there to Violin, and so Magnus and Never going to have to rotate together. We need 5 more players to go down before that 7 zone, and then Storm Surge will start to tick in. So more than likely going to see the eliminations come on through. We'll see exactly how they're able to do that. If this squad on top able to clutch it all up, that will be the question there. We move over here to Felix, Wakey, Red Rush, and Snappy. Now, with Felix playing with them for, I think, a match or 2, depending on if Drobin wakes up or not. But this squad, essentially, your FNCS squad champions here for Europe. RPG's coming in. Felix going to get tagged on up. He's got no match, and that doesn't look really good, but a nice edit. Going to keep him alive for the time being, making his way downtown. He is getting into those edits very, very efficiently and effectively. A shot's going to come through. They're going to find a player down below. Mexi going to get a knock there on the swag, and more than likely not going to be able to confirm it, but the zone will be able to do that for them as they're going to try to pressure. They don't seem like they have a lot of heals, a lot of shields. There's an RPG going to come in. He's going to take some damage there from a shotgun shot after. There's Varrox taking down a lot of players there. Varrox is popping off right now. We'll see if they're able to keep up the momentum. Varrox, I believe, falling there to Airwax as it's only going to be Mexi there. Motor fell earlier as well. We see Sky going to be the one to take him on out. Felix, Wakey, Red Rush sitting on 5 eliminations, all on the back of Wakey, and he is looking to pick up some more shots coming through from all around. Aston is going to go down. Magnus will fall. Nebby will fall as well. I think both falling to Violin in there as well. We do see Mexi, unfortunately, falling there. Not able to clutch it up there for the squad. As we look at the high ground, it's going to be Solaris, Airwax, Sky, Nikov, and Vato. And no surprise there. We see them on top yet again. We do see Miro, Matzo, Amplify, and Snap there in the mid ground. Red Russian Company in the lower to mid ground. We see Restart, Gaming Kudo, Hackscore trying to rotate through, trying to get some shots there. A lot of shots happening. Felix and Company looking good. We do see Snap and Matzo will fall. Felix, though, 25 effective HP, 0 builds to his name, no shields here. Separated completely from his team, has to play as a solo. Seems like there's an enemy right above his zone is going to start to go back to where it just came. This is more beneficial for the team on the high ground. Looking very, very good as Beast will fall. Felix looking like it, just looking for everything that he can, looking for anything that he can to try to get something. The shots continuing to come out, Miro and them basically out of builds, 10 builds here, and I don't know why they're playing so cautiously. Miro going back into the zone. We do see the swap over here as Wakey will fall as well. Hunter going to go down. The squad looking to pick up the victory out. I think they're going to be able to do it. Damon Kuno, very, very low HP. See if he's able to clutch up there for the squad. Work does go down. I believe Gaming Kuno did go down as well. Miro, Amplified going down. This is looking very, very good here for Vato, Airwax, Nikov, and Sky. Gaming Kuno did just fall to Vato. Sky trying to get in with the RPG harpoon method. Nothing coming through. Vato picking up that elimination, trying to get the nice easy edit. Otisai going to go down there. We'll see. I believe it's going to be a 4v3v1 here. Shots coming out, maybe a 4v3v2 there. My bad, math is very, very hard. Guy trying to get in with the RPG, not going to connect on the shot. See if they're able to do anything. More shots coming through. This high ground team taking very, very long. Floaty going to go down there to Vato. That's going to be good there. I believe that's onto the 2-player team there. More shots coming through. They're dropping down, and they're trying to get the elimination. This Revscard going to fall. Beast and Hackscore going to try to make something happen. It's Slick rotating in. Nikov going to go down very low. Sky going to get knocked. Nikov going to fall as well. Airwax, the only remaining member. And suddenly, the French have made a very crucial mistake in judgment. We'll see if they're able to clutch it up, as I think they might just had. Oh my God, they almost threw the game completely, but they end up picking up a 9 elimination victory royale.
Wow. That's just the way the French like to start these tournaments, man. Every single week, every single session, they come in with a really, really first game, and even a hot first couple of games. We've seen this happen time and time again, where They play really, really well. Obviously, the Stream X Solary. They come in and they play a really good first game, and just like we saw right there, they almost messed it up, but able to hold on and pick up the win. And hopefully we can just see them continue to do well throughout the event and not just have the first 3 games or so be good. Hopefully we can see the whole thing be a nice event for them.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to clutch it out. We'll see if the players play a little bit more passively. Maybe off spawn, they didn't think they were going to get contested, but ended up getting contested. So a lot of fights happened nonetheless. Some really good action. We'll show you how the standings shake up. If you've never watched WarLegend or you want to know how the point breakdowns work, once you get to top 20, you're going to get 5 points. And then once you get to top 19, you're going to get 10 points. Of course, they don't stack, so you get 10 points, not 15 points, right? So and you keep going, Victory Royale will be worth 100 points plus a bonus 20. Every elimination going to be worth 8 points. So placement matters a lot more in these. So looking to see exactly what they're able to do, Levin. The French, though, you got to talk about that. It was down to just one player, and because they had the high ground, it was going up the little elevation into the water. They were able to win, but whew, very, very close. You said they like to, maybe start off hot and then see if they maintain it. But that one was too close for comfort.
Yeah, it gets a bit dicey there sometimes, and you don't want to ever see a team kind of choke a situation in which maybe they should win. Unfortunately, they didn't. But I'm just, you see, usually I'm a lot more hype after the first game, man. I'm usually a lot more hype, but when I see this team win nowadays in the early stages of a tournament, I'm a bit skeptical. I'm like, hey, let me just not get too excited. Let me not jump on the bandwagon, because oftentimes you see them kind of slow down in the later game. So hopefully they keep this form up and are able to maybe pick up another win here and there.
We'll see what they're able to do. Indeed, as the leaderboard will be updated here very, very shortly. I want to thank Levin again for helping out and being on the broadcast. It's always great having you, Levin. I love casting with you. Thanks to everybody in the chat for watching. We're only in game number 1, and you're already killing the support, so thank you guys. We appreciate it. You can support Levin at Levin2K on all social medias there. See it right underneath him. I'm Clay Sailing everywhere. Sorry, I apologize. A little bit of, it's hot down here, Levin. It's hot. That action, making me sweaty. I know the players sweating just a little bit there, but we'll see. As Texas is very, very hot. Let me see. Let's convert it real quick. Yeah, still 90 Celsius over here. So a little bit hot. A little bit hot.
Yeah, it's in the UK. It's a bit cold. Weather's not been too great. Don't know actually how many degrees it is. It's not been the warmest here, fortunately. But I'm looking forward to Christmas still. Looking forward to
holidays coming up. Everybody going to be celebrating. I know we just finished FNCS, so I know a lot of people are like, well, people don't care about squads, but we still got a lot of money on the line, as we do see Solary Extra Stream with a very peculiar 200 points exactly. We do see Revsguard, Pax, Court, Beast, and Kuno in second place there. They take third place, 11 eliminations. Violin, I believe that's a Violin and his squad there in the third place with 8 eliminations and that second place there. So almost able to clutch it up, but not quite. Solary X MCS there in fourth with a fourth place, 6 eliminations. And of course, we have team number 1, Retail Row. That is your FNCS champions there in fifth, playing with Felix for right now, I believe, as a sub. And then, of course, Team Dynamite now in 7th. Again, it's going to be teams number 25 to 21 that are eliminated and relegated out. So they won't have any way to improve their score. Right now, it's going to be Train Hard, team being Scout, Joneso, Zessin, Apoxel, Gamer Legion and Company, Drepa, Dark Areno, Ashes, and Envy. And then we have NG on bottom. That's Sven Pro, Indy Gooden, NG Gooden, and Mickle Reborn. And then Lazy Lake Bros being Blue, Coffee, Nagi-san, and Tay-san.
Yeah, leaderboards kind of representative of what we saw, right? Nothing shocking me too much. Shout out to the Fnatic guys, obviously, like we said, Verox's birthday. Ooh, sorry. Hope they have a nice event. Pick up a couple better games, right? We've seen a lot of games, and game 1 obviously a bit of not nerves, I'd say, maybe kind of just kind of getting the rust out, shake it off a bit, kind of get warmed up as we get into the next 5 games. I'm excited to see who can maybe who's near the bottom that can maybe build their way back up. Obviously, seeing Train H in that bottom 5 is not ideal, but hopefully they'll be able to kind of lift things up going into the next couple of games, and hopefully we can see a couple more teams keep their performance. Anyone that you're predicting to do well in the next couple of games, Claire?
I want to see. I'm just going to call out everybody. I want to say overall, I want to see everybody increase their level of play and just get. I want to see more players in game. I want to see more hect of an in game. Right? We didn't see that many players. Storm Surge was not that big of an issue. I want to see more of those players make it to it. All right, I want to see that. I'm calling out everybody, every single body playing. If you didn't connect or you crashed, obviously not you. There's nothing you can actually do. But everybody else that was in the game, I want to see you do just a little bit better, right? I want to see the best action. This is going to be the last couple sessions. And then, of course, on December 16th and 18th, we have our finals 11. Whew. Going to be very, very, very awesome. I am ready for those finals to come on through, especially with one of them being on the last one being on my birthday. Going to be a nice birthday present to cast that and get some nice Fortnite action in. So I am ready. I believe game will start here soon. I think if I'm gonna pick one team to do very well this time around, I'm gonna go with FNCS Europe Squads champion Wakey, Red Rush, Snappy, and Droban. If they're playing with Droban this time around, I'm not too sure if he was able to wake up or not. So we will see exactly what they're able to do.
Yeah, it's obviously weird, right? Because we want to see them do well, but at the same time, they're on top of the world right now. They're probably like here, like not even know kind of what is going on necessarily, especially now playing with Phil. Obviously, here clearly, right, they must be on top of the world because Droban was, so stoked that he didn't even wake up. So hopefully they can get him back involved and we can see them kind of play out how they did play yesterday and end up performing well for us. But for me, I want to see the Gambit guys with Jamside and Dementos. I want to see them kind of pull out all the stops. They're always a great team to pick as a dark horse because they play the game well. They play a good game and they're always competing. So hopefully we can see them kind of rise their way up the leaderboard. That's my team for today. I'm a big fan of those guys. So yeah,
a great team to pick. I like calling them Fwetwig Dom side. Makes it easier in my brain to say all their names at once. We'll see if Team Flatway Downside is able to do anything. Again, the story is going to be the off-spawn fights. Mitro and Company and Sweaty are going to fight off-spawn. We know the Steamy Stacks fight probably going to draw out off-spawn. There was a lot of fights happening at that little castle, the degraded castle up there in the northwest. A lot of teams are actually deciding to land on there. I think someone in Holly Hedges, my apologies, no Holly Hedges fight there. Frenzy Farm might be contested as well. And as in NA, they say we got to defend the farm. That squad looking to defend it as well. So we'll see what everybody's able to do as we hop on board here with Airwax and Company, as they have already landed. They won that last game, and they're looking really, really good.
Yeah, they look like pretty split, actually, to be fair. But looking like they clearly have some sort of plan in terms of how they're looting this up. See Airwax, confidence to kind of separate from his teammates. You gotta be a big man. Go into the world, explore the world for yourself. Don't get too crazy though. With some life advice, but explore the world for yourself. He's gonna loot up here, get a big pot, and another big pot. So gonna be able to get up to 200 HP and see the map here. Ooh, pretty spread. Trying to look out for any sort of contest. Obviously, you see Steamy Stacks is looking a bit interesting. A nice split for the team at Pleasant. Look at that, man. They got that whole side of the map to themselves. That is ridiculous.
As you do only see, I think, 2 players there in your top left. I mean, it seems like they may have gotten to a fight as contested. That Northwest region, Levin, has been very, very contested today.
Yeah, it's not looking good for the people who like the little things, right? If we get some hard south zones, we're gonna see even more mid-game fights and mid-game action. But I'm looking to see how Airwax continues this kind of loot path. I've really enjoyed seeing splits this season, and just seeing splits in general. And as much as seeing splits as within a team, I also enjoy seeing how teams split actual drop spots. Right, obviously we've seen the Misty Meadows landing spot, which has literally been designed to be split, and then obviously we've had a lot of teams have a little scuffles here at Sweaty, and obviously Nitro and company being one of those teams, as we see them get into another engagement here. Falcony, the Ariana lover. Great name, man. These guys have been really creative with their names this season. I'd hope they just keep it the same, but not looking good for him right now, player.
Yeah, not looking good at all, as he's only got that SMG and the pistol to really work within that close range quarters area, but he can go and get creative with that burst ARs. It seems like the call's been made to push. CR has been caught out there. Shot might come through. The snipe not going to connect. If he pulled it just a little bit, it would have. As we do see Hoppy going to be eliminated. That will be his entire squad eliminated. So no more points will be gained there for them, if any, this time around. And look, this squad has kind of drawn a line right there through the middle of Sweaty. They said, hey, we're not going to cross this. And oh, here come the grenades. As Falcony preparing for grenades himself, waiting for that ping there from his team to try to get those perfect nades. Chris going to take some damage there. CR going to take a lot of damage and will go down. Drepa going to be the one to take him down. Snipe going to come through. Falcony not pulling those shots just a little bit. He was able to pull it down to the right just a little bit. He would have connected there, but of course worried about getting shot at himself. Now we'll see Ariana Lover, aka Falcony, trying to get the res here on CRR. We will see the revive come on through. Micho maintain high ground now. Kensel as well, trying to provide some supportive fire there. Falcony trying to get it up there to see exactly what they're able to do. His shots go through. CR will fall yet again. More shots continuing to come through. Falcony trying to get up, but then the pyramid going to cause a little bit of issues. Going to get edited on from behind. Nice edits out the back. Falcony trying to find some damage. He's going to find a lot of damage on that player. Nice tracking there from him. As now Kensel going to try to help him on out. He's going to take down Envy. This is looking much better. Someone going to try to exploit into his box. A nice stare to prevent that. Falcony trying to use the little mats that he has to protect himself. Goes in, tries to get the no-scope, but will go down. His teammates not able to help him out. His Dark Arena going to take him down as the score has been even up now at 3v3. As Mitro has been just kind of sitting up near the high ground, not really doing much as Kensel is fighting for it yet again. Seems like that elimination did not come through for HP in a Dream. He will go down as well. Falcony and CR both down. Kensel going to be left alone as Drepa going to be eliminated there. Now it seems like it's a 2v1 going in the box. Nice shots there from Kensel. He's getting a nice SMG spray. Gonna get come from behind as he tries almost to get it all, but the 3v1 was too much. They do the pickaxe and they take the L.
I don't like that at all from Mitra squad. That was played so poorly in my opinion, right? We Mitra sitting up trying to maintain a high, but you know, the other team realized that and they decided to take the fight on the lower ground, and it just ends up him being kind of baiting them. If anything, he joins the fight super late. We also saw Falcony take a pretty dumb fight there, right? He jumps into someone's box or he looks to take kind of a left-hand peek angle in someone's box when he doesn't even have a shotgun, right? So I don't know what they were playing out there. But taken out deservingly as we tune in here to the Steamy Stacks fight. Once again, the battle of the building box fights, the zone's coming in. Someone's going to be forced to make a move soon, right? You can't sit here forever. And you see, Downs 2K and company, they're looking to force the issue. You hear them pressuring the cones, tracking some nades off, and they're going to look to make something out of this quickly because there's a zone on your back. Not too many white hills at your expense. You got to do something, and you see him here not being aware of the angle he's taking and taking some silly damage as a result of it, but luckily nothing too fatal.
Nothing too fatal indeed, as we do see a fatal mistake there from Sky going on down. We do see Varas going to take down Floaty as this storm fight is more than likely going to take a little bit longer as they're building out all metal. Airwax going to go down as well as Nikov. So it seems like the entire Solary squad, Solary X the Stream rather, just went down, and that was our #1 team there as they're not looking too good. We'll see if any of their team members are still all alive. I don't actually believe any of them are. I believe Sky and Vato did go down. I believe Airwax and Nikov went down as well. So the team in first place has been eliminated, Levin.
Oh yeah, that's never great, right? And as we alluded to, the hot starts don't seem to kind of turn into anything. They kind of, start off hot, start off great, and then kind of fizzle out as the event goes by. Hopefully this is just a fluke and they can get back into the swing of things for game 3, 4, 5, 6, wherever it is, right? But not looking too good in game 2, and their big competitor that is now out of the game, and I'm getting a bit triggered. I'm sure Downs 2K can get a bit triggered too, right? It's kind of like they can't leave completely because they know as soon as they leave, the other team's going to be right on their back. And it's kind of just turned into a heal off in zone, and that zone continues to move further and further away. So not looking ideal for them. I really want to know how that ends playing now, because someone's going to eventually have to fight each other, or they're all just going to die to Storm. And we're tuning into the Train Hate squad here. Not a great first game for them, but sitting pretty here in zone. See the snapshots going off, and obviously they're not sitting within the safe zone anymore, so probably gonna have to look to move soon. No eliminations on them yet, but with this team inbound and nades in hand, you got to think that maybe a play could be made. You still set thinking about it. You always got to think about it, right? When players are in that range, you always consider.
Yeah, you definitely have to, especially getting into that fourth zone is really where the nades start to take a little bit more precedent. As we do see a lot of fights that did go down there. We're moving over here to Podeside and company as they take down Dementos. Flexi going to take down Squawks. This is between Fletwick, Domside, and this squad here, the MCSX Solary, who didn't have the best of runs. Shots coming through. That's going to take down one. That player not protecting their head. Jamside going to go down. I think they managed to clean up the entire... No, there's still a couple players remaining. More shots coming through here. Letwick, I believe, still alive. We do see Two's going to take down Downs. I believe that fight ending up there. Two's will get taken down, though. Amplify going to take down Hackscore. We'll see if anything is going to happen here. Podeside, nice shots here, but it's not going to be enough. Takes a lot of damage. Hunter and Orc still alive, though, to help him on out. Orc getting some AR shots, but not connecting on those. This fight taking a little bit longer than you would expect, but luckily enough for them, there's no third-party opportunities. No one's going to be here this late. We'll see as Two's going to go down there. Swag going to be the one to take one out, and I believe they have lost the fight yet again inside of Simi. As we'll see, watch your eye on the elimination feed. A lot of players being very aggressive. This squad, no different.
Yeah, there's some minis up there. I'm wondering if you maybe look to inch forward and collect that. No, not because now the metal wall's in between, and the players are going to be sitting in that box, so not going to get a chance to do anything about that. His health's not looking too great. He's got to be falling there, and I was just saying he's got to be careful, right? He's got to be aware, because any sort of damage done to him is going to result in him being taken now, and Hunter actually gets finished as well, leaving just one player alive, and it's never likely. Frexy actually does fall, so Podeside able to pick up one. Is he going to go for the little clutch here? It's just a 1v1 situation. Letwick falling and jumping right into the box. He's looking to put the aggression on. Not going to slow down the brakes yet, and Podeside gets the finish as well. This is looking very likely now for him, right? He's in the dominant position. You see him looking for the edit. Letwick going into his box, 10 HP, and it's not enough. Podeside clutching up. Was that a 1v3 or 1v2?
I think it was a 1v2, maybe a 1v3 there.
And he's still able to pick up the revive on Org, and he's probably going to just be able to get the reboot cards. Zone coming in, but I'm sure his teammates will encourage him to kind of stick that. And long drawn out fight, a sloppy fight. You to kind of close fights out like that a lot cleaner. But at least they are alive now, and the team I was predicting to do well in this game and in the coming games now taken out of the game. So not too great for Dom side and what's the other name you have?
Letwick Dom side.
Letwick Dom side. I like that. I'm gonna start using that.
And as we swap over here to EMXXR, he is subbing in here for, gosh, I cannot remember the other Train Hard squad member's name, and I do apologize there. It's been a long weekend, and I'm running on very little sleep, but Train Hard Squad X EMXXR playing with the sub, trying to increase their scores. We swap over here to a nice shot here of Dark Reno and company trying to rotate through the Dynamite squad as well. It's trying to rotate into zone. This zone going to be pulling a little bit more center around Lazy Lake, so going to have some interesting action as players are already all inside of Lazy Lakes. The Double One squad looking to rotate as well. Their effective HP looking good. This squad is sitting on the edge of zone is definitely going to be pressured.
Yeah, that's the nature of being on the edge of zone like this. You see a lot of teams kind of congested, and that's just how it goes when you're rotating in. You prioritize rotating forward, because if you dilly-dally about for too long, you end up like this team here. They're surrounded by so many players. they can't necessarily determine their rotate, right? In previous seasons where we had so many rotational and movement items, you can kind of determine, your rotation and and how you rotate, but they just gotta hope that somebody else moves and they can, kind of jump on their bandwagon, because if they try and make any sort of subtle movements, they're gonna end up in this position here where they're getting sprayed with their backs against the zone and not looking too ideal. Envy gonna look to just use the RPG to alleviate the pressure a bit, kind of tell them to back off, but it's not even working. This team here is putting the brakes on them, and
yeah, with no builds, you're just gonna go down there. This is Team Dynamite rotating in. As we stop there, we do see Ash is the only remaining member here for the squad. Looks to be hiding inside of a cone or in the stair. He's trying to say, like, well, he gets eliminated there very, very, very quickly. As we see the squad looking very, very good, able to pick up 4 eliminations relatively quickly. Now, the Orc and Company did get the reboot there on their squad members. I believe as well, Red Russian Company got a reboot as well. I believe Felix might have went down. I'm not too sure on that. It may have been Zappy, but nonetheless, they are all back and they're ready again. Missing Drobin because he may be asleep or something, maybe busy with his family celebrating, right? You never know, but they're looking good. If you sub it with Felix and you're still able to get first, you're definitely within that top echelon of players. As we move over to Jason and Company, as they're building out this entire building here in Lazy Lake. Actually spanning 2 different buildings. They're looking really good on terms of mats as well. Those Slurpfish and heals in the inventory. You do see the top 5 from the last game being Solar Extra Stream, and we've seen them already eliminated. Looking to improve the score is Refsguard and Company. I believe they might still be in the game as well. I saw them fight. No, I believe actually they may have went down. So it's really up to anybody right now to grab that top of the leaderboard 11.
Yeah, it's always great as a competitor when you've not had the best of starts, when you see your competition starting to fall, and we hear the assortment of nades just kind of falling, and the defensive champions not getting the best of times, and their fill is actually going to get eliminated from the game, as we see Motor, Mexi, Verox, and Smeeth pouncing in, looking to get that loot and kind of finish off the job, maybe pick up even more eliminations. And tune into Verox's perspective here. That's a nice little elimination, using the nades to the best of their ability, picking up 1, and looking to finish off the last 3 now. As we see box fights starting to come in, looking to get an RPG shot in. I'm not going to do any damage, but I'm sure that's not going to be the last of that RPG, as we see them looking to replace some cones, get some more builds in their favor. So they have those edits, but love to see the nade play from them, able to pick up a nice elimination. Storm Surge is gonna be in a good position. Storm Surge Rise, if it does come to that, quite a thin lobby actually, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely improving the quality of play in the lobby, right? Players not W-king as much. You're maybe listening to me a little bit more there, and it's better. It's appreciated. We love having these kinds of games where you have to fight against the best of the best and not just W-king, left, right, willy-nilly, not thinking. But with that elimination, Wakey, Snappy, and Red Rush now have to play as a trio. Felix will not be able to get rebooted unless they're crazy enough to go for it late. But looking at their match, they don't have a lot to really work with. There's Verox and them looking really good. Now they aren't inside the zone. That's waking them right there that Verox is currently looking at. You see them start to tarp in. We do see a nice POV here in the middle there. That number 7 team, that's going to be Lou, Coffee, Nuggy-san, and Tayson. As you hear the Storm Surge does come through. Red Rush and them are above. I believe Verox and them above as well. And Verox and them are 1.2k damage above, as we see Amplified just going to be a little rat there, sneak on in, as well as it seems like Miro going to sneak in as well. So looking to see if they're able to do anything about that. I think they just were found out there. Yeah, Miro going to be eliminated there, as that elimination will come through from Verox as we swap back over to Wakey's perspective.
Yeah, and like you said, right, operating as a 3-man unit now. But then look, so use that grapple gun and try getting anything you can. He gets into metal. That's what you like to see. Grapple gun, great addition to the game and so useful to be able to pick up nice little mats and any sort of loot that you can get, but not necessarily push to get. So Obviously, great for Wakey. I'm sure they're not going to be too happy that they're playing with a 3 right now. But not much you can do there. The nades kind of wrecked them. And we see the 50-50 zone pulling. So a lot of teams going to have to rotate through each other and through all the lazy builds. We see here Loru's squad trying to go in as Anxious gets lasered there a bit. And he's going to be down to no shield. But his choice team is able to drop in some minis. Oh, he's got some of his own. This team's only got one kill, but 400 above, so they're fine. They're just gonna have to focus on rotating in. It's here, lots of damage and shots going off. Storm Surge kind of destroying a lot of players right now. We hear it.
Yeah, 5 people being tagged up as we swap over. This is the one squad that was getting tagged up there, as now they're going to be above, but they're not going to be comfortably, as Indy Guden is going to go down there. Jason going to be the one to take him out. Erkin will go down there. It says explodes, but I'm pretty sure he fell to Storm Surges now. Storm Surge has fallen. Riki and Vi eliminated are the eliminated players there because of it, as this squad is looking to rotate in. They are not looking that good in terms of match HP or really anything. Their match may be the only thing that could save them there.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna have to rely on, right? When you these zones, and I'm sure these zones are gonna pull as wild as we often see them do. You gotta make sure your mat economy is in a good place. That's the main thing that stops people from killing you, right? A lot of people are gonna look to spam you. But if you've got the mats to build out and kind of claim a large area of space, rotate efficiently and effectively, you don't have to worry about necessarily. And obviously, if you're the team on the receiving end of this spam right here, right, you need to make sure you have the right amount of mats to be able to sustain that. They don't see Payson falling there, my guy Down's falling in the kill feed, and non-stop pressure. This is what happens when we have a zone pulling far north again, and look how many players positioned in the south of this zone. Ooh, gonna be a really intense rotate when it comes to the materials used. So make sure you look for Nash rotate, and Sven Pro 7 HP left, and the player in his face right now. You can't even move into the storm and use that as cover because he's only 7 HP. One tag and he's done. But yeah, this is not looking too great for this squad. I was gonna say I saw some free loot on the floor and it was looking good for them, but not anymore. So many more players falling in the kill feed. I think I saw Loru falling there as he tuning to Trax team on the mid ground. They're below, but we're focusing on the rotate right now. I think if you just have one player topping out, the rest of you looking for some tags, making sure you're not falling to Storm Surge, and you should be good. And we see another perspective of Mikkel Reborn. Steve goes down there.
Gonna go down. Yeah, the Dynamite team is just gonna continue to go up a little bit of elevation. Wakey and company have rotated successfully. Tracks on them rotating very successfully. Gonna try to drop a player down. Goes Camo. Will go down. Train H Alpha falling as well. Camo though takes one with him. He went down swinging as his squad is gonna be below, but 3 players need to go down before we get to that 7 zone. It might end up actually being Tracks on them as we see Mexi gonna take down Dynamite, seeing Anxious and Scepter going to be the only remaining members here for the team. ETK going to go down. Anxious going to get some nice shots there. Is very far above. Now, once we get into that 30, okay, so no Storm Surge will come through as Ulrich's Hunter will fall to Mexi. You'll see it here in a moment. Mexi going to take down a lot of players. Mexi popping off. Red Rush going to take down one. Let's see what they're able to do. Is Podosai going to get taken down there by Red Rush. Hunter will eventually fall there to Mexi. Wakey going to take down Orc in the zone. Squawks will fall as well. We do see NDY Gooden going to go down. Wakey is going to fall as well. I believe that entire squad just ended up falling there. Red Rush, yeah, confirmed, did go down. The Devils 1 squad still alive as well. The train hard as we move over to Trax and company, getting in the face of the Dynamite squad. RPG coming in. Zen going to go down. Trax taken very low, but he's got big shields. He'll be able to heal up. See what they're able to do. He's going to take some storm damage because he has got floppers. He's able to do it. Rotating in. We do see Fnatic, Smeef, Verox, Mexi, and Motor on the high ground, looking back into zone. Tracks trying to stay alive. He's going to sacrifice his teammate Rayful. Now Rayful can decide to just sit there and wait for the elimination. Tracks needs to get into zone, taking a lot of damage, and I think he's going to be eliminated. Trying to get to that upper echelon. Almost finds a player. There's that player. Had no idea Janice had a player behind him and didn't even hear him, as Janice now trying to make their way in. We have the Devils 1 squad. We have Fnatic, Smeef and company, and Janice going to be the only remaining members here for the squad. They're dropping on down. Smeef and them looking very good. Smeef getting hit a nice shot. This squad getting a lot of eliminations. Verox and Mexi sitting on a lot of elims, and they're going to pick up the victory as the entire squad's eliminations are sitting on Verox and Mexi as they have 12 total elims.
Little carry there from my guys mixing Rogues, Murray and Smith. What's going on, brother? Come on, guys. You can't be getting carried like this. Regardless, though, nice little win. Nice little win. This is what we like to see. The birthday boy. I know he's going to be feeling himself. Birthday boy is going to be happy after that one. He's streaming. And I know for a fact, 5 kills on him, 7 kills on his teammate, 12 kills is in a win. Oh, what a great game. What a great game 2. And I highlighted in game 1, right? They were sitting pre on leaderboards. They were kind of in like that 5th place range. And now they're gonna definitely push their way up towards the top of that leaderboard, surely. Maybe not necessarily first, but I'm sure they're gonna be up there in that 1 to 3 spot. And really nice way to pick up game 2.
A very nice birthday present as well there for Varax. Hey, getting a win on your birthday, always good, especially with some of the best teams against you. You're playing against some of the best teams in Europe. So a very, very, very good game for everybody around as well. Janice kind of clutching up there, getting a squad a little bit more placement points. Would have gotten that elimination had he just turned around when he fell, but wasn't able to do so. So we'll see how that impacts the leaderboard. Snappy and them got up to the top of the placement points. So I feel like they might be one of the teams that takes over the top spot, as we did see Refsguard and them go down early. Solar Reacts the stream went down early as well. Violent and them fell to Storm Surge. Otisai and them, I think, made it towards that end game as well. So maybe they take over as well. We'll see. But Team Fnatic was sitting in 6th place, and a very, very, very good performance from them. Might just put them up. They had 12 eliminations and the victory royale. So I believe that's going to be a 218-point game there for them, if my math is right. Might be a little bit more there. So a very good game nonetheless there for them. We're going to show the highlight from session number 3 here. Again, this is going to be an old highlight video, but it was from session number 3. So you guys can get caught up on all the action that happened during that session. So we'll be right back. Y just went down there.
Oh, Max me.
Go down as well. A lot of players going down. The squad doing very well. They have 14 eliminations and they're looking for more. Someone tried to go for high ground, but they got it secured here. Grippa gonna get knocked there by Pepper as shots continuing to come through. Camo trying to find the last remaining members of the squad, dropping on down. Pepper gonna find him hiding in the bush, and that's a victory royale with 17 eliminations for them. 11. Quavado's team trying to make things happen. Miro trying to get on up, but look, there's solo HP. Matzo gonna go down, and they've just lost high ground. And just like that, they try to take it, but they're getting shot. Miro gonna go down. Snappy gonna be the one to take him down. Wait a minute, Snappy is still alive. I think he's the solo for some reason. He's still here from Pay 1K, trying to get some eliminations here. I don't exactly know where Snappy is. It seems like he's still, he's down there, but he's taking down Freebox. Shots coming through. He's trying to make something happen. He's going to take down another. Whoa, my God, Snappy almost made it happen there. Pain was 35 HP. And this looks like a victory royale for Crippa and them. Now Nikov and Airwax going to drop down and get little Timmy. Nikov in the backside of his own. He's going to take down T-Chub. As now it seems like it's just 2v1. Nikov doing very well, but it wasn't enough. Crippa says, honey, no. You can take down my teammates, but I'm going to take you on down as we see the perspective here. Nikov not able to do it in a very big 15 elimination victory royale there for them. As Kubix is going to eventually go down here. Actually, no, he's on 4 HP. My apologies. As now it's a 3v2. Shots coming in. Raxo getting a lot of damage. Going to knock one. Will this be enough? Can Sinskarna be eliminated here? That's the question. The D-Mine squad dropping traps. They have a lot of HP, not a lot of materials. They're trying to drop down Sinskarna into the traps. One's going to fall into the trap. That's going to be one eliminated. Kubix falling, but Sinskarna reigns supreme as Waxo almost clutches up big. Chapix on the low ground just dancing at this point. He's got shields to pop, but I think should have popped that one just a little bit earlier. Now they're going to shoot on through. RPGs coming on through. Chapix rotating through the low ground. He's trying to stay alive at 2v1. It's Crippa and his teammate on the high ground. Chapix, though, trying to stay alive. RPGs coming down. Chapix not a lot, but he's making everything work. They're right above him. RPGs coming down. Chapix going to take down one-ish maybe, but no, Crippa going to stay alive. Barely the RPG coming through. And the victory. Session that was session number 3 as we look to go into the next game, there is an update happening with the leaderboard in the back end. So we're probably just going to hop right on into the game. Again, the storylines building right now are Mitra and them going to be able to get their eliminations as Sweaty. Are they going to be contested again? Will we see Lazy Lake contested? Will we see Steamy Stacks contested? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to assume that everyone's going to go to where exactly they've dropped every single time. Levin, do you think we're going to see a different team maybe dropping Slurpee? Because we've seen Slurpee uncontested time and time and again.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? When obviously there are certain spots on the map where you expect them to be contested, Slurpee being one of those spots. So it'll be interesting to see if maybe someone has kind of caught on to that and then opts to kind of go there instead. I'm really excited to see the Steamy Stacks fight, right? I'm not too sure actually what happened last game, the way it concluded, but we saw, right, kind of a stalemate going on. And the two teams are kind of griefing each other, right? Sitting in the storm, nobody refusing, nobody, quite stubborn. It'll be interesting to see if maybe we can replicate that again. So we're tuning into Slick. So this is kind of with a weird drop. Have you ever seen anything like this? Because I certainly haven't. I think he kind of messed up his landing here.
Yeah, definitely seems like he missed his landing. We do see Wakey going to fall there. He does take down a player there, but only gets the down there. So that squad will be good as we move over to Miro and company, who are in a fight this time around. They do have Amplify already eliminated. Snap very close to falling, trying to get the walls here. This player trying to get the stair boost in. The wall is going to be taken. Will his life be taken as well? Going to miss every shot, and he will be taken down as Snazzy going to be the one to do so. We'll see Matzo and Miro try to get the reboot cards, try to get these eliminations so they can pick up their teammates, but Snap not really having that spray weapon, has to go for the burst AR. Matzo really needs to go from a different angle. They don't need to go here together because they're not going to be able to shoot through. Snap really just wanted to try to pick up some extra materials. It seems like shots continuously going in. Going to go for the chest there. Maybe gives himself a little bit of shields. Only going to get 10. If you break those slurp barrels with the build, you're only going to get 10 slurp juice. Just an update. Each of them have been uncontested at Sweaty. As shots going through, Matzo will fall. Now it's going to be up to Snap to pick up the rest of the eliminations, as they know exactly where he is. He's trying to just get into the boxes of the players. Sees that player decide to run away, is just going to go ahead and sit inside of a cone. I don't know if he's going to be found out here. One thing we've learned from the FNCS Finals, Europe does not check their codes very often.
Yeah, but regardless of whether he's playing this so poorly, they've just left him in a terrible position to be alone here. Playing so over-aggressive and kind of over-peaking, over-exposing themselves. We saw initially there, I think it was Mirror, right? He was just kind of, he was kind of just kept jumping, trying to jump into someone's box, not aware of the players around him. You saw that his teammate as well, kind of going up on above the building, and not really aware of who was around him, who was where, and then he just gets completely wiped out, and now it's just left this poor guy alone in a situation where he's not going to be able to win. He's going to get taken out here, and not cleanly, to be fair, not cleanly at all, but
cleanly as Jesus. They all just kind of go into this player's box. They're trying to pick up, I think this is the last player, if not, there's one more player remaining, and shots coming through. That player decides, I'm just going to sacrifice. They're going to take the L on top of it. You do see there is one more player from that squad that was remaining there, the Miro, Matzo, Amplify, and company squad, as they are, I believe, Snap just sitting there waiting. Maybe went to pick up some of the codes. We'll see as we have a fight happening here on top of the mountain. This is going to be Rezumi and company versus Jesse and his team. Scepter going to be taken down very, very low. Nice shots there onto the player that just fell down. Looking like a lot of damage. Rezumi will be down here. Scepter going to be very, very low. Rezumi fell to Antiza. Snap fell there to Scott. So Snap has been found out. Scout, my apologies, going to get the elimination. Anxio's going to take down Zimmy, though. So this fight quickly dissipated. They pick up all the eliminations, and now they're the victors.
Yeah, it's an interesting spot to see them fight. I'm actually kind of surprised there's a fight going on there. I landed solos, right, the weather station up on the mountain, and it's a nice spot. Quite a lot of loot for a really condensed area, but is that a spot where two teams should be contesting each other? I think not, right? So, you know, I wonder if they've fought there in the previous games, and if it's a case that they have, I'd be interested to see if they actually continue that, because as much as it's a nice spot, it's definitely not a place where I want to be contesting for a squad landing.
No, not at all. And we saw that spot contested a lot in the European heats. There were two teams that did drop there, I think, every single game but one. and they fought every single time. So we'll see if this squad continues it as we move over to Airwax and Company. Now, they got eliminated in the second game, so they were not able to increase their point total. Looking to change it this time around. We see a nice let out here for Airwax, but he doesn't actually have any extra shield. And you see him being a little bit sneaky because they found out this team in the red, and this team in the red is going to be Lou, Coffee, Nagi-san, and Tay-san. And now they're looking to get a nice little just surprise snipe on them as we see Airwax unfortunately run away. We won't be able to see the snipe come through if it does, but looking very, very good to surprise them. I believe Vato, the only one. You see the entire squad has made the call to disengage, and Vato is just sitting there trying to get that snipe.
Yeah, he's persistent, right? He really wants it, but it gets to a stage where if it's not happening, you know, he's got to make sure he's not too minutes. If he gets isolated, Coffee, you know, Nuggets and Tayson, and they are a good enough squad that they will capitalize on him being alone and they will help him out. And that just puts his team in a bad position.
As we move over to CRR, Mitro, Balcony, and Tinsel, as they're looking to get some tags onto this team, seems like they're going to be able to clean them on up. They already have one player down, trying to pick up the others, trying to find them. It seems like that team is completely disengaged. That you see that little yellow arrow a little bit farther than his team. Sin Pro will eventually fall just because he will take on out, or CR are going to be able to find him here. They actually can't find exactly where he is. I think CR does now know. Boom, there he is, and I think just going to pick him up and mess around with him just a little bit. Maybe wants to carry the loot there to his team as we move over to Indy Guden. Now, this is the yellow arrow that was a little bit split up, and there's a lot of congestion happening right here. It's going to be Mitro's team versus this SWAT team versus Airwax and Company. As you see them decide just to kind of do a little shift rotation, just to rotate on through, try to get a little bit more center there.
Yeah, I'd love to see the way the map is shaking. Those teams at the edge of the circle chilling. With so many teams chilling in this Weeping Woods area. I'm sure this is the center. And Indy Guden, when you're alone like this is what happens. You get isolated, you get focused by the circle. I mean by all the other players as he gets knocked here. And finish will surely come in soon. You see his teammates to his west side just kind of running as well. And Luke just gonna float down the stream. Pretty comical if you ask me as we tune in here to Red Rush. They seem to be in not the best of positions. Going to be taking some damage to the Storm as they rotate in. Obviously still playing with Felix. Robin not available and he gets lasered. Fortunately, going to have to use those minis and the pressure's not going to stop. They know he's going to have to do some sort of healing here. So they're just going to try and apply way more pressure. Able to get some shots back and got to be careful not to get sniped.
And the team they are fighting is Team Fnatic, so they have to be careful with it. They got to rotate in together. You see him kind of just deciding to parallel rotate there. Team Fnatic, though, looking very, very, very unhealthy as I see on the other side. The squad definitely has the effective HP advantage. His zone is going to pull all the way to the west. It's directly west, so we'll see what they're able to do as we see shots not coming out here for this team. They're just sitting here waiting. Nothing going to happen here. They've decided kind of just to part ways. As zone too far, you definitely do not want to be fighting in zone. It's a minute to go, but when you're on the furthest end, it seems like it's forever.
Yeah, that's how it really does be feeling. Right, I've to rotate and it's like, hey, I'm still running. I've been running for ages. You see more Weeping Woods action as Black's gonna take some tags. So we see free slurp fishes, which is really, really nice. Slurp fish is a great addition. Obviously doing 50 shield or health, whatever one you need. And it's a great addition. You know, knowing where all the fishing spots are and being able to prioritize and maximize how much fishing spots you can get along your loot one is a key part of being a great player this season, as they've become so essential. You know, all the Stormfish plays are really great to see all the time as we tune in here to Camo Squad. Pepper sitting in a high ground position. We're gonna take some quick little damage. Only 19 HP, but Holly Hedges is starting to become the hot spot because a lot of players in this area right due to break out very, very soon as the nades come in and do Raija dirty as he drops 100 HP.
Yeah, dropping that HP, not going to be good. Sneeve did snipe Red Rush, so that fight is going to break out there on the edge of zone, as this fight seems like it has a lot of parties privy to it, but that fight over there on the edge of zone definitely going to be one we'll have to keep our eyes on, because it's between some of our top members as Camo and company going to get tagged on up. You do see the shields have been popped here for them. This fight for them is not something they really want to take. We do see blue car there. Don't exactly remember. I know it's Coffee or Nuggie-san there. See, they will be knocked there by Quavado. Camo and company looking just to stall this fight out, as a fight in that edge of zone has started to happen there. We see a nice pan view shot here. This looking very, very good here as you see Nitro and company there in the mix of it.
Yeah, everyone's trying sort of getting into that mix, right? Game 3 of session 5. Beautiful camera angle here as we get to see kind of what's the setup here, what's going on around everything as we tune in here to Ek and Bad Sniper, the Vic and Blacks. You see the Lazy Lake team. They do a good job there. I'm not sure if they're contested this week. They probably just managed just blanking right now, but they're going to be looking to pick up some tags 360 above, so they are fine, right? They don't need it. Obviously 9 players need to be eliminated here, and teams are going to be forced to make some moves. Some of these Holy Hedges teams, maybe if any of them are below, they're going to have to be forced to force some sort of damage here, but I'm interested to see how this plays out, how many players are able to fall. Good to see Mitro's team alive, nearing the end game. Hopefully they don't do anything dumb, 820 above. And as I say, they don't do anything dumb, they just decided to take a build fight in the middle of the zone, where everyone can look at them during Storm Surge, where people are going to be looking for tags. But hey, I'm not no professional Fortnite player, but whatever.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with that fight, as we see Mexi is going to fall as well. Motor went down in zone as well to Wakey and company, as I think Smeef falling to the zone as well. Now shots coming through. Balcony has nothing to heal on up with this squad, trying to maintain the high ground, but they're not even going to pull zone, so that we'll have to see if they're able to do anything. Varrock's now going to be the only one. We do see Wakey going to fall. Felix will fall there to Varrock's. So the first place team, I think, has all been eliminated there, 11. That's going to be very big, because like we talked about, the standings will impact as we see Jamside and company on the outside of zone just trying to fight. They have lost Dementos, Flexi, and Letwick still alive there. Jamside trying to make something happen with. He's got 70 builds to work with, trying to pick up some more. Reboot card has been picked up here, but it seems like EMXXR and Down Suke are right on top of him. Smeef will fall to zone as well. Now it's only going to be Varrox. He will be the only remaining member. The birthday boy himself will only be able to keep the team's hope alive, as we see Jamside trying to pop some shields. He does have the RPG, so he can make some things happening. Train hard. Seth's going to go down there. Ebby will fall to Rehash. Jamside finally getting together with this team, as the shield will have been popped. They need to look for some raw heals. They do have floppers, as this fight is going to continue to happen, but it's going to be just a little bit more box fight action, as Zone is trying to move in 10 seconds. They're going to have to be careful, and Edit Down almost came through. No, it is going to come through. Jamside with the heads up play, going to take down Pay 1K. Janice will fall there to Airwax. As now Airwax and company looking to pick some more eliminations. Jamside of them just looking to rotate in. Shot's going to come in. He's going to try to take a blue battle, but not going to be able to hit any of his shots really there. As now the zone starts to come in, they are not looking in a good spot.
Yeah, the zone kind of pressing in on their backs, and he's going to be full season slot for sure. And obviously that's not ideal. It is necessary right now, not ideal, but Frexy falling, so it's just going to be 2 of them left, and Letwick's going to be in a fight here in the zone. Able to pick up the kill, which is great. Picks up the fishes, so he's got a slurp, four little floppers, so going to be able to get into Storm or into Safe Zone, and actually it's really clutch of Jamside to be able to pick up Frexy there. They're going to be able to get a revive off. No! Frexy gets killed by a nade, and Jamside left with just 11 HP after that. He has minis in a slurpfish, so he should be able to get up to a decent amount of health, but that is so unfortunate. The nade literally landing right in his face, taking Frexy out.
And an update for Rocks did fall as well, so unfortunately not going to be any more points gained there for them, as Zone is pulling towards Sweaty. This would have been good for Mitro and them had they decided to stay in, as we see RPGs start to come on through. We'll see what they're able to do. This is the stream's black, so we have the Vic, Bad Sniper, and Erican. They have a lot of loot. This squad definitely in contention to pick up the Victory Royale this time around. As you see, those slurpfish, those floppers, that RPG going to be consistent around everybody on the team. They like to spread it out. The zone going to pull even more towards Slurpee here. They're in a really good spot as they're trying to find some shots in the players in zone. Is going to take down Letwick. Letwick not having the best of games there as we see CRR going to take down Jam side. So Wetwake Dom side will fall. Erican and them trying to get the remaining shots here onto the players as we see that sniper trying to go for that snipe. They're going to have to rotate here in 50 seconds, and we will have Storm Surge once it starts to close. 7 players need to fall before that turns off.
Yeah, they're going to have to make sure they're not one of those players to people who does fall as a result of, you know, the Storm Surge rush, as I like to say. And they're going to look to just get into zone here, make sure that they can prioritize getting in, and not being in a position where they can either be naded or griefed, right? Claiming a large area of the zone, going to be careful to keep that map economy in check. Only 1 elimination on them, so still not so many resources, so maybe they're going to be priming themselves to look for something else, but a lot of players around them in this area of zone. As we tune into the other stream guys who were sitting pretty on high, unable to get a view of everyone rotating in. And they just got to be patient, right? Got to be patient, got to see where the 50-50 zone ends up, and rotate there appropriately. And you got any wild predictions? You've been pretty good at this recently, Clay.
I am gonna say that I think zone might pull to the south here as we see Storm Surge gonna come through. The Advise guys in a fight there with Trax and company. That's the Devils 1 squad, including Advise there. We see Vato and them just starting to look to try to find anywhere where those shots are going to go. A double RPG going to come in. They're going to try nice shots here by Vato. That's why you pick up the burst AR. Post camo will fall there to CRR, but CRR going to get knocked as well. 200 click dead will fall as well. Everybody starting to fall there for the squad. And I think that entire squad of Mitra and them have been eliminated. Trying to see, I think Kinsel has fallen as well. So Mitra and them, I do not believe will be in the match. No, they have been all eliminated. So we'll see. Magnus is in a solo there. If you see in the little mist of it, there's a little purple arrow. That is him. He is all alone. Kinsel falling as well, unfortunately, there for them. Not able to get to what I would say now into the mid lane game. Fledermoy's falling as well. Rihas trying to make it in. We see Camo will fall as well. Pepper and Rihas now trying to make it in. You see the players holding them on the other side. Rihas going to go down. That's going to be Mikkel Reborn. Getting the elimination. There's Lestream's Black Lestream's Black gonna take down Riaz. So now Pepper having to fight them, and Erican will finish up the eliminations there as we see Pepper will fall again to Blacks, as now they're going to be pressured as they need to rotate into zone. Just exactly what they did to that team that's going to have happen to them.
Yeah, they're going to make sure that they don't have that happen to them, right? Because as you say, this is all how it plays out. And with a difficult rotate here for them, gonna look for that loot in the storm, and quite a bit of it there. But this rotate is gonna be an interesting one. You see them at the bottom right. Fortunately, because of how many players have moved in before and going, you know, at the latest possible, and they're actually gonna get kind of free.
Yeah, kind of a free little rotate here. No match remaining here, though. I believe this one, it may be Coffee and maybe Nuggy-san, I'm not too sure. As Envy is going to go down. Lou will fall to down 2K. Luki going to fall there to Rayful, I believe. As now shots are coming in. Nikov going to get elimination there. The player trying to get on in is going to get tagged up from behind. He's going to block his teammate out. His teammate will fall because of it. Lou falling to Podesite. Blue Super Clark trying to get the elimination. Squawk's going to be the one to take him on out as they're trying to get into zone. Everybody hoping that zone goes to the south. As you see, nobody there to the north. Sitting on a lot of eliminations here, or at least 2 eliminations, right? That seems like a lot. When I played spots here, I would never get to the end game, and I never get to 2 eliminations. So for me, a lot for these players, not enough, as we'll see what they're able to do. There's a Super Card trying to build this now down to 4 builds. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your team for the elimination. You have to say, hey, just go. We don't have the match. As you see, Super Card getting tagged on up now down to 0 builds. It's not looking good for them at all. They're going to have to try to rotate into zone as it's pulling all the way to the east as he's going to go down. They're going to take down Orso in the meantime, as now 7-4-1-2-3-5-3-2, the only remaining member for the squad. And I think they have made the call to leave Blue Supercard behind.
Yeah, that's going to be the right decision, right? When you get to these late circles where things are kind of getting tight, you haven't got much room to work with. You haven't got much time either, right? You just got to make sure that you are, you know, prioritizing getting to zone. And if it means you have to leave a man behind, so be it. as you see ETQ, Downsuke, and Wag here just going to be left to kind of tunnel in, and you know, these clean tunnels coming through from a guy ETQ. You know, not in favor of Storm Surge at all, 1,300 above, and Downsuke going to take over those duties. So many players falling in the Storm in the kill feed, as we see here. Nikov and company on a high ground. We alluded to them winning game one and having slow starts, but this is looking pretty good for them. They're going to be chilling on the high ground, looking for as many tags, spreading and covering that zone as best as they can. Clay, this is going to look like a strong potential win for them.
Yeah, looking like a great win there for them. Airwax actually took down his Solary teammate there of Hunter, so you know, going to be a little bit of camaraderie there in the Solary house. The shot continuing to go through. We do see the Vic going to take down B Swamp. That'll fall. E2Q going to get an elimination as well. Swag trying to be the one to rotate in for the squad. Just so you guys know, Trax and company are still alive. The Devil's One squad alive. It currently is looking like it's a 1v2, v3, 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 v4, v4, v1, v3. It's a lot of different Vs there, but a couple of solos making it out. E2Q going to fall us in as well. Going to fall. Smiley going to be the one to take him on out. As Airwax and company looking very good on the high ground. Standard RPG there for them. As Swag on the low ground will be able to heal up down. Suke there rotating in. 35 builds remaining. Everybody trying to make their way through the mid ground as more players start to fall, I believe. Odasai, the only solo player remaining here, as Scout did go down. See what they're able to do, though, as we see no eliminations have come through just yet. In the moment that happened, we do see Smiley, believe, picking up an elimination there. Did not exactly see who is on. Is now Vato going to pick an elimination. Arthur will go down. Black's going to fall as well. We do see Erican going to go down. Lestream Vic falling there to Solary's Airwax. So the Lestream X Solary team fighting the Lestream X Solary team. As Vato making a little bit of a mistake. They have a lot of eliminations, currently sitting on 7. We do see Downsuke going down. Advise will be up. Teak will be up. Podesai will be up as the high ground has been taken. Vato going to try to break him on down. This player fighting for their life. As now they're starting to drop on down. Vato following the entire team has decided to follow. Floaty going to be a solo remaining. Advise a solo as well. Fortunately, Floaty looking like he's going to be eliminated there. Blacks and Bat Sniper rotating through. Key Minds, Teak still alive, getting those placement points. Vato and company look to take this victory, though. Vato getting RPG by his teammates. As now it looks like a 4v1v1 is they're going to take down 1. They're going to take down 2, and they're going to take down and pick up the victory royale as well. Now sitting on 12 eliminations this time around.
2 victory royales in 3 games. That's a dub. That's a big dub. They're gonna be ecstatic about that one. That's a great way to start off the event. 2 out of 3. I'm satisfied with that, and a nice third game as well for them. Right? No sloppiness, no shabbiness like we saw in the first game where you know there was a risk of them kind of choking it. This game, we saw their dominance from high ground from quite early on. You know, they spreaded the zone quite well, make sure to cover as many angles as they possibly could with just 4 of them, and able to pick up a couple of eliminations and ultimately the victory royale.
Yeah, and with that, they're looking to improve their series leaderboard standing as well. Before then, they were sitting at 620 points on the leaderboard, so they were sitting in 15th. And now with that, that's going to be a nice bump in points. They were before that game sitting at 208 points. So looking to improve. That's going to be a 216 point game there from them, right? If I did my math right. So they'll move up to 424, I believe, points there. Definitely, if Fnatic Grid didn't do as well, we didn't see them near the end game. So looking like they're going to be in first by a lot. And with 3 games left after this, definitely able to improve that series leaderboard. That is exactly what everybody here is looking to do. They're looking to get to the finals, which again is going to start on December 16th, and then it'll be on December 18th for the last 6 games. But what a game indeed. We saw a lot of solo players try to make it out. We saw Dynamite Squad making it out with Teak surviving to the very, very end. And they were sitting in 6th place. So looking really good there for them. They're able to consistently get placement, whether it be on the back of a solo or not. Hey, as long as you're getting a top 4, maybe a top 3 finish, you're going to get those placement points.
Yeah, I love, I love a squad competition is seeing, even when players in your squad fall, the effort and the camaraderie from players to kind of try take one, try win 1v3, 1v4, these 1vx situations where you're left alone to kind of fend off by yourself, and even when you're just left with only two of you, right? Obviously, we have the duo Winter Royale coming up soon. Hopefully, we can get more information about that from Epic, but. When you're just left with two of you versus the world, we can see so many players actually take success in it and actually, thrive in that environment. So it's always great to see, players who are missing teammates able to still make some waves in endgame.
Yep, and Teak and company, I think, able to do. I think they may have gotten second place there if they survived to the end. Of course, it does get very, very hectic towards the end, so not able to see everything that we want to and cast everything that we want to, but doing it the best we can. And now, Chad, I want to make sure that you're following WarLegend here on Twitch. I always say that, man, always. But one of these days, maybe for the finals, we'll figure out how to get it streamed to Twitch. I'm kidding. I don't hold anybody to that. That's just me throwing it out there. Brad's probably freaking out in the background. But maybe one of these days will be it. Go follow them on Twitch as well as here on. Oh my God, okay. Listen. Operating on very low sleep. The past weekend has been 36 hours of casting. As we see the leaderboard, 432 points. So my math a little bit off, but they're still on top.
That's so crazy to me, man. Okay, it's crazy to me, but it's not crazy to me because, as much as I said that, hey, they won 2 out of 3, they got eliminated as a squad pretty early in game 2. So they've only played 2 full games and they've won both of those 2 full games. So, wow, first place after basically not playing a game is pretty impressive. I'm sure they'll be chuffed with that one.
I don't know what that means, but yes, I'm sure there'll be that with that one. No, I'm sorry, I don't, not from England, so we don't know what that means, but there we go. We see the bottom of the leaderboard starting to shape up, and an interesting squad to note down there is Team Let's Effing Go. That is going to be Dementos, Jamside, Flexi, and Letwig, who have not been having great games. 17th place in the first game, 20th place in the second, and 18th in the third. So they need to definitely improve their score to try to not to be eliminated as well. Because if I look at the series leaderboard, I mean, they're sitting at 19th place right now, 11th. That is close to relegation overall.
Yeah, and to be honest, their play has somewhat warranted it, right? They've not been making decisions whatsoever, and they've been punished for it, and that's just the nature of the format. If you are not playing well, you will be knocked out and play the rest of the sessions. I can't actually remember what their series leaderboard point score is, but hey, there's always that fear, right? There's always that fear unless you're maybe in a lot higher up on that leaderboard. There's always fear of not being able to compete in the finals. They're going to turn things around and kind of get things together and figure out what it is that they are doing.
I agree. I just wanted to, get one more of those in there before someone's like, I can't believe Clay keeps saying I agree. But when you make such good points, Levin, it's hard not to agree. But I just want to point out to everybody here, as well as Levin, I was looking at the Devils 1 squad to improve their series leaderboard right now, and they're sitting in second place at 409 points. Now, overall, they're sitting at 652. So, going to be a tall task, but definitely going to be able to do it. If you get that first half of points at 400, you're definitely going to be looking to get 800 points in the next. Because I'm going to point out, they've placed 12th place, 3rd, and 3rd.
That's crazy. That is pretty impressive to have such consistency, and I hope that play out in the next 3 games. I'll be really impressive, and they can hopefully shoot up the series leaderboard rankings really, really quickly. But before we continue, Kai, chuffed. It's an English, term. It just means happy, excited. You're chuffed. You're feeling good. You're chuffed. You're probably not too chuffed after casting for 40 or so hours this weekend, but you did a great job. I was chuffed watching you. Watching you. Yeah.
So. All right. As long as you weren't waffling there, or however you use that term properly, everyone probably cringing, me like, I can't believe Clay just said that. But hey, got to throw it in there every once in a while. Learning a little bit of English thing that I can here. We'll get into the game. We did take a little bit of break there so players could shake it out, right? We're going to the back half of the game. Players are shaking it out. They're stretching out. They're getting comfortable and maybe changing up their game plan. Now, a squad that we also have to talk about, not where we would expect them to be, is Etrandom, 19th place right now.
Yeah. But like I said, man, their plays warranted it. There's been so many times throughout these past 3 games where I've said, what are they doing? Like there was a play where in the middle of zone where during storm surge where everyone's looking for tags, you choose to go for like a build fight. It's not ideal. That's never gonna be a great decision to make, right? And they were above. They didn't need to take the fight. That's the craziest thing that was to me. I think it was like they were like 800 above, right? So the decision maker's not there. You know, maybe their mental's gone or what after a poor performance in yesterday's FNCS. Maybe their mental's gone. But at the end of the day, there's still money to be made in squad competition. So you gotta take it seriously. You gotta try your hardest and make sure that you're practicing and making use of this practice, because you know at the end of the day, you know, there's some squads who will probably be competing in the finals, but they're not going to be here in the next 2 sessions or in this session and the next session. So they don't get that practice that these squads competing today do get. So, you know, gotta make the most of it. Don't want to get knocked out. See, and it'd be a shame to see them go, because at their best, they are a great squad. That's the problem that I have, right? At their best, when they are, you know, trying their hardest, they are a great squad. But if they're not gonna compete, then they will be gone, and that will be it.
Yeah, it would be very sad to see them go. And for there's not going to be any FNCS squad practice right anymore because there's no more FNCS. So this is all you get to do to try to keep your game going, to try to keep your momentum and your skills there for that finals there. Of course, with Winter Royale duos being announced, is actually going to be 2 days after we end our final. So that's also going to be interesting to see what are some of these squads and how, if they may break up into duos or if they snake everybody and just go play with random people. Definitely fixing to be snake season yet again, but I believe the keys are going out. 11. I want to know if there's a squad on your mind that you want to see. Who do you think has the momentum to pick up? Is it going to be Solar and then pick up another victory?
Oh, that would be difficult to say the least, right? Look, you spoke about FNCS coming so close, you know, and how there's no practice for that. Speaking of FNCS, the goddamn champs, right? I know they're playing with a field, but the champs is in 13th place, man. I don't want to see that. I want to see the champs pushing up the leaderboard, showing why they are the champions, or at least 3/4 of the championship squad. Hopefully we can see them kind of turn things around in today's event. Obviously, 13th not terrible, but it's not great either. So, you know, never want to be middle of the pack. You want to see yourself shooting up. I also want to see the Dynamite guys. You know, I said I was looking forward to seeing them compete today, and obviously 6th place. We've seen them in the end games, you know, making a couple waves, a bit of noise, but seeing them pick up a win would be great. And obviously, my brother Dance 2K. I always want to see him do well, always.
And they are doing well, sitting in 3rd place right now. Their average placement being 9th. They got 11th, 8th, and 8th. So only can expect them to go down more and get more to the top of that the leaderboard and get, you know, maybe a 5th, maybe a 3rd, maybe the victory route. We will see again with Fortnite being the way it is. It is definitely up to anybody and where they drop having a lot to do with it. If they are going to be contested, that will be the question. I believe the game has started on up, and we'll get you guys that very, very soon. But Chad, I want to know your predictions for game number 4. Who is taking home the victory in game number 4? I want to know, everybody in the chat, tell me what your predictions are as we wait for the battle bus to take the players across the island. I want to thank everybody again for hanging out with us. You are always amazing and always awesome for hanging out here, supporting European competitive Fortnite, supporting WarLegend. It's going to be a great game as we get into the back half of game 11. I think we've got them ready.
Yep, loading into the game, and you see players finally starting to jump out of the bus. See the Mentos squad in the bottom left. You know where they're going. They're going to the Meadows. See Cameron top left. You know, I've had some quiet games, but it'll be interesting to see if they can kind of turn things up. They're not too contested on this side of the map, it seems. Looking forward to the early game contest, man. That's where the action's been at. We've seen a lot of action take place and a lot of good fights, a lot of bad fights, a lot of misplays, right? We were tuned into Slurpee last game, and then we saw some misplays there. It'll be interesting to see if that is as contested again. And it looks like the Mentos team is that they are contested, right? I'm not just bugging out. Yeah, that is going to be. Oh no, wait! I think I'm bugging out. I hate the map. I'm bugging out. You know what? Just ignore me.
I
I'm
think
gonna cut out.
that's Oregon Company squad flying over the top of them, so they will not be contested. You see only 3 players actually landing in Misty. It's going to be Letwick that's landing a little bit north there at that broken house, just to try to maximize their loot potential. As you know, once you start to rotate through, it's going to be very, very hard. And no teams contesting Sweaty or Steamy this time around. Rather, no one contesting Sweaty either. Oh Lord, you know, sometimes hard to say words. And we do see a train hard member there, I believe, picked up an elimination. As actually may have gone down. I'm not too sure. As we do see Antiza going to go down as well. That one going to be to Rez Umi. I believe that fight might be. I actually don't know where that fight's happening. Going to be honest with you, as I believe there is a fight happening on that northwest island between Snazzy and company versus the Devils One squad. Who again I talked about. I said, hey, I want to see them increase their series leaderboard points. I believe that they've been with us for a while. See if they're able to do it. As I believe we're swapping on over here to the Frenzy farm fight now. Frenzy, a very hotly contested topic here in the Fortnite competitive world.
Yeah, obviously, in NAAC is definitely a hot spot, and it's been the root of a lot of drama, a lot of interesting actions and storylines. Not necessarily the same effect in EU, but you know, still gonna see a great fight here between Train Hinch guys and you know, Alpha looking here to just kind of take early high ground, trying to figure out where the players are in this cornfield. And I love the way the play have it. Like, you can hear all the rustling and whatnot, but you can't see where players are. And Ned's going off to Nervavale as Alpha gonna get tagged up from the left, and he's gonna get tagged down all the way to 30 HP. Not looking great for him at all, as he gets knocked to complete off damage.
Unfortunate there for them, as we see MXSR trying to take the high ground. Is going to find players in the court, and hey, you know, in the court you have to listen with your eyes. You got to see them first before you hear them. As you see Blastar going to go down, or sorry, Blastar going to take some shield there. MXSR going to go down. Seth might be following as well. This, I believe, going to be Violin and squad, currently sitting in 8th place, so relatively near the top of the leaderboard, but definitely looking to pick up those early elims. As we see MXSR going to crawl into the bush there. Someone going to be on his Blastar, going to take the high ground. Shot's going to take him down very, very low. Seth lose all the big shields that he just popped. This player trying to hide behind there. Stair is going to be taken down very, very low. Continued fall here from Blastar is going to down Violin. Nothing going to come out. They're just going to maintain their high ground. As Seth, I believe, going to pick up the res here on top of EMXXR. Shots coming through here from above. Blastar trying to get the elimination. Is now shots coming through. A third party has entered the equation. I know Levin said last time he's not that good at math, but when X plus Y plus Z equals C, it doesn't sound like it's very fun as we move through. As they're looking very, very good. Oh, well, Blastar was looking good, as now he's going to be eliminated.
I don't know. I don't know what that was for you, Clay, but you know what? I've had a long day of school. I don't want to hear any more maths or nothing. I'm just trying to watch some competitive Fortnite, and we saw that the battle of the cornfield fighting. Right, players couldn't hear other players. Really interesting how that works. I do love seeing those fights. It's always interesting to see who kind of ends up on the rough side of that. As we tune into Mirror Squad over here at Slurpee, we see Slurpee be heavily contested a lot. Maxo picking up a kill on Yarcross. As this fight kind of breaks out, and it looks like Amplify and Mirror, Mirror going down. Amplify just trying to catch up and help his teammates as they continue to fall. Matzo going down as well. 1v3 situation for him, and what the chances he does? Oh, running in hot, picks up hate, but not able to do anything else with that. That's pretty unfortunate for that squad, and yeah, they're just going to be left to rot.
As there were initially 3 teams in this fight, but one of them being Destin, Scout, Hamza, and Apoxel decided, hey, we're going to rotate out. We're not going to take this fight. We're going to move away and get the reboot. And they do end up taking the reboot, and they get it there. As we'll see, 22 squads completely alive, 84 players. So my math might not be correct there, but there are some players, of course, obviously, like Astimus here, without their full squad there. We'll see. Airwax and company are going to be in a little bit of a pinch scenario here. I believe NG, Gooden, and company are going to be the ones surrounding them. They like this. They lurk around this Weeping Woods area. I don't know about you, Levin, but I really don't like Weeping Woods as a drop or an area to even rotate to.
I don't know. It just feels like a bit of like a budget. What was the name of the place that people?
Wailing.
Yeah, it's like a budget whaling. I don't know. Like it's just a lot of fights end up happening, you know, with people kind of having to rotate through here. I know what you mean. I don't know. I'm a fan of the terrain myself. I often find in my own gameplay, like I never have success in Weeping Woods. Weeping Woods has never been a place where I find myself having a lot of success. What is the point? Ooh, Sky getting lasered here. You even today, bro. You feeling good? Trying to return back to the school vibes? Were you any good at maths when you were younger?
Math, favorite subject. Went all the way through calculus 1 and 2 in high school and absolutely crushed it there in our exams. But I'm good. I don't want to take any more math class. That's exactly why I dropped out of college. Don't recommend doing that. Stay in school, kids, as we do see Resume and company again fighting on what I would call the stupid mountain. I don't really like this mountain, and fighting on here, in my opinion, is not worth anybody's time. As we see, Riki is going to go down here. This shot will come through. The L has been taken. As now shots come through. Edits are going to come through. Resume trying to get the eliminations. He needs to reload this SMG. Only one shotgun shot. That's why he's prioritizing it. And it comes through. Nice flip of the ramp. Shotgun coming out there from Jesse.
He's baiting that shot.
He is. Jesse does have 7. Shotgun shot. The shotgun shot has been shot, and the elimination will not come through. Jesse will be the one taking the L. And 11. Sundown said it best. If you're letting take the L get to you and your mentality in a video game, you definitely need to reevaluate. It's just an emote. Players are just having fun. It's back and forth banter. You should not let that emote get to you.
Oh, not at all, man. I since the beginning of, you know, compared to Fortnite, you know, you kill someone and you're happy you kill them. You take that on them and you know, say some profanity. Maybe you say you did something on them that usually dogs do on the floor, right? But players seem to often get offended by things like that, and it's just competitive spirit, man. As a competitor, you gotta be willing, you know, to understand that. Hey, it's just a fire in someone. They're just excited and happy that they got elimination onto you. And hey, if you really are a true competitor, you're gonna just go back and when you get the chance to kill them and do the darts right back, right? Don't get sorry about stuff like that, man. It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
It's only game. Why you have to be mad? A very, very, very good phrase of words there as we move over to Rayful and company. We are on the high ground here, looking to pick up some eliminations here on the team down below, and I believe the team down below being the Devils 1, Squad 11. Squad had a very early off-spawn fight. They ended up picking up 3 eliminations, and to tell you that their HP advantage is not there. Rissix, Rayful, right here, looking very, very clean as he takes off. I believe Lukey's shield there almost being taken off their tracks, sitting inside of a bush trying to snipe. Not too sure why he isn't actually joined the squad. Is Themo going to be taken down very low? We'll see. He's able to pop those shields in time. Lukey going to be taken down there by tracks as I just criticized his gameplay. He says, Clay, come on, you know I'm going to get into the fight as Zin. Now trying to get out of the box. Shots coming through. Let's see what they're able to do. Is Advise going to come through and be eliminated? Smiley will be taken down as well. Raidful does fall, though. Not yet eliminated. His tracks down to 1 HP. Artur, the only remaining member here. Well, no, Smiley, my apologies, as well. I believe may have been down. Might be down. I'm not too sure. As the Thimo trying to go for the top. Themo, I apologize. As we move through to try to get through the box. Trying to phase on through. He's trying to be signed right now. We'll see what he's able to do as the elimination does come through. Actually, Rayful going to go down there. I actually don't know how he ended up going down. It just seems like it may have been Swim Surger was already down as they're trying to find Artur as he's trying to make his way through the build. I think he might be able to successfully lose them there as we move over to a team fighting, and this is a big team. It's Snappy, Red Rush, Wakey, and Felix versus the Streams Black. So there, as we move over to Wakey's team, and as they got a nice little angle here, they're trying to pinch from multiple different angles. Wakey trying to get the wall, is trying to go in, stare, not going to be taken there. They're pinching him very, very well. Ariana Lover going to go down. Faculty not having the best of games as Mexi going to be one to same down. Beatro going to return, but he's going to return the elimination and go down as well. So a lot of big fights happening around the map that are going to definitely impact the leaderboard.
Yeah, a lot of big names dropping right now. We see Wakey picking up a kill on Blacks. He got caught with his pants down and gonna be eliminated out of the game. Done and dusted. You are gone, boy. He's gonna take your scar. He's gonna take your fish. He's gonna chop that for himself. He's gonna enjoy that to himself. His teammate has fallen though. Zappy is down, so he's gonna have to work on that. But you know, nice little kill on Blacks there. Pressure coming in because they know he's knocked, and he's gonna have to do his best to kind of take that pressure away so that the teammate can get the res on Snappy. But he might be getting a bit too aggressive here. Remember, you are alone, and trap does go down, and you see the player putting the trap down, baiting the shot, and picking up some nice damage onto him. Gonna mini up, and RPG coming in as well. Look, he's got to be careful. Don't get too aggressive, Wakey, man. You did what you had to do. Your teammates up now. Just kind of regroup, stay alive, don't go down. Able to get away there. The players reluctant to kind of push too aggressively, but this fight's nowhere near done, Clay.
No, and they're going to continue to try to push their advantage because they have a player down. There's the elimination coming on through, and I don't actually know. I believe that's Airkin that does fall. Bad Sniper falling as well, so they pick up 2 eliminations, and we'll swap over here to Maxi, Motor, Varox, and Smeef now. Duxor, one of the mods and admins here, says, I want Varox to pick up a second birthday win. So we'll see if they're able to do it. Is now sitting on 4 eliminations right now, pushing a team on the outside edge of the zone here. See if they're able to get the eliminations and the knocks. No one coming on through. Smeef gonna get some shots there on the players. His Motor gonna have a player, I think, maybe find elimination. They're not too sure, but Smeef, the one to take him on down. Shots gonna come through here from above. As Smeef gonna take down another one. Smeef, they may have just released the Hello Kitty lines, but he is way more focused on this than he was about that Twitter post. Shout out to him for that one. We'll see Motor and them get this, try to get this last elimination here. I think this player, though, going to be able to just hide on out. As I think it might be 2 players there down below. I think Motor might be able to find him out. But look, 6 eliminations looking very, very good right now, Evan.
Yeah, they're chilling, and they're setting themselves up for the opportunity to maybe get that second birthday win, right? They're trying to one up. The stream guys, right? They're saying, "Hey, you guys get 2 wins. We're gonna get 2 wins ourselves, right?" Get a bit of back and forth action there. They're gonna leave the D-Man guys alone, which means fortunately the D-Man guys may get a chance. Just as I thought they were leaving them alone. No, they're just gonna hold them from the other side of the river, and that's not great. That's not great.
It's
able
not
to
great
build.
at all.
Well, no. Yeah, able to build up, but not looking too good because it's likely that he will fall, and he's split from his teammate as well. So it's inevitable death at this point, right?
No, not indeed. As we see, they start to rotate on in. They will have a very easy rotate. They do have to be. They're going to be held here by this team for just a little bit, but the RPGs will relieve the pressure there a little bit. Going to be able to just kind of rotate out with the RPGs. That's going to be Snappy, Red Rush, Wakey, and Felix. Again, Jobin not playing today, so they're going to sub him out for just the time being. We'll see. There's a Dynamite squad rotating in as well, sitting only with 2 players. Smeef and company, though, again, getting pressured, but not going to get tagged up too much. They'll be able to put the pressure back with those RPGs. Have to be careful, though. Need to save some for the late game. Now, as I put my foot on my mouth, Smeef was tagged up there just a little bit, but he's going to be able to heal up. They have the mini shields. They're looking good. It'll be interesting if Wakey and company decide to push this fight, and they are going to press their advantage here. Shot's going to come through. Varrock's going to go down to 2 HP. Smeef going down as well. 57 HP here for him. Varrox did pop some flops and a surffish there, it seems like. We do see Sky going to take down Quavado. We'll see shots coming through. Motor going to take down Red Rush. That's going to be a nice elimination there. Right, Wakey and them not looking very good. As Felix going to go down as well. The champions, bless Felix, not looking good as it's only going to be Snappy. It's only going to be Wakey. And I think Motor and them have successfully done what they wanted to. They wanted to push, get some extra loot, get some extra shields. They're now looking very, very good.
They're just going to be able to disperse Smeef's loot around them as well. So they should be good for loot now, right? They've got a decent amount of eliminations. 8, as I am okay at counting right now. Wakey left just with Zappy. Loadout's right? Because you got the RPG, you got a bunch of rockets to use at your will. And you actually got double RPG with quite a lot of rockets at your will. But if I'm them, I'm just going to focus on getting to zone, right? They need to get somewhere. They're not in the best position because, unfortunately, they're just 2 players. So they need to make sure they don't get too hard focused on this elimination. They do have quite a free rotation if they were to just go north, right, of Salty Springs and just kind of run in. They would have quite a nice rotation. But listen, they are fixated on doing some sort of damage with the double RPG. But it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. And they're just wasting rockets at this point, man.
Yeah, as they're trying just to get some sort of elimination back, something to even up the field there, because they don't want to feel like they got into this fight for nothing. Originally, they started the fight, they started the engagement. Motor them just running in from the zone as shots continuing to come through. They're going to get tagged there, and that's going to be really beneficial there to them. We'll see as they may continue this fight. And this is a fight, again, that is not very smart to keep taking. A zone is trying to come in. They're going to have a very hard time. As we'll see, I believe it's RPG going to come in. That's going to be another 100 damage tag. There's Rocks is going to go down. Wakey going to be the ones to take them down. Mexi will fall as well. That means only Motor is up here. So there's the Titans colliding as yet another zone fight happens here from them that happened in one game, and now they're trying to press their advantage. Wakey does have the bandage cannon as those siphons will come on through there to heal him back up. Motor trying to stay alive inside his own. RPG, the only opportunity, well, he's going to use it right there. It's going to be the only opportunity he has to really make that happen. Motor looking not so good as he's going to be eliminated there.
Now, if you told me that Wakey's squad were going to actually come on top of that, I would probably not believe you. But they played that pretty well to hold those guys in the storm. Unfortunate for the birthday boy to go down with his squad there, but that's what happens. Apologies, man. It's been a long day. It's been a long. We've both said it, man. But look, that's no. Yeah, I can't even speak right now. That's how tired I am. But it's no discredit to how good these players in these games have been. You see so many players able to do a good job here. And Rasco in the storm, gonna use a med kit. Game 3 and Game 1 winners, not looking too good. Only 2 players alive for them and only 2 eliminations on them. Be interesting to see what they can make of this game.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to make much of it here. 2 players remaining as a little bit of the line lobby players playing a little bit more aggressively, wanting to test that, wanting to say, hey, maybe this is a different play style we can play. We do see Wakey is going to be knocked there. We'll see if his teammate can pick him on up there, but it doesn't seem like they will be able to. Maybe. We'll see. We'll keep our eye, I believe, is Snappy down as well. So Wakey, I believe everybody has been eliminated there from that squad. As we'll look to see if Jamside, again, they're in this game as well. You see them there looking to do very, very well. You see them right there in the bottom. That's Wetwick, Dom side, Wetwick, Letwick, Plexi, Letwick, Dementos, and Jamside looking very good. I can tell you from looking at their loadout, this looks like a game for them to win, but they're going to have to go through the MCXX Solary squad here on the high ground.
Yeah, and that's not an easy squad to get through, period. Not just on high ground, so for them to actually get through here, it's going to be pretty hard. And you see them, they're just on top of high ground, looking for any opportunity they can get to kind of pick up any sort of elimination, any sort of tags, because they've got 0 right now as a squad. And of course, hey, high ground is all fair and good, but we gotta get some kills along with this win if we really want it. So they're gonna look to hold people. Be interesting to see where the zone pulls, and it's gonna pull north. And you see they move instantly. Protoside, a bit of a misplay there. That's some really unnecessary damage taken. He's got 2 bandages on him, so he's gonna just use those up. But yeah, that was pretty poor on his behalf. Gonna look to try and make up for it, get a little laser on here, and he doesn't even do that right. So now the health situation for him is looking fatal, and Hunter is also not looking the best either. So they just went from being in a pretty good position to near shambles, if anything.
Yeah, it is not looking good there for them, as we will see high ground start to get challenged a little bit more there. Orc, again, 8 mats is not going to be enough to keep it there. Nikov is going to get elimination there, so we'll see. Again, this squad right there in your left hand looking like the squad is to keep your eye onto this match. Toos and company going to pick up some eliminations very far above Storm Surge. Only 2 players do need to go down, though. We'll see what they're able to do about that. Who is the ones that are going to fall? That will be the question. And you definitely don't want to be the team that is below it, as we see 30 players that will start to cut on off, as Drepa Too Hard is in the game there. His squad's still all alive. We'll see Mash is actually in the squad, going to be down there, as that's actually going to be the elimination there, as we see the Harpoon come through, just trying to pick up the mats. Orc going to take down Masters as the elimination does fall over there to Squawks. You see Mikkel Reborn going to take down Quavato. This squad looking better on the high ground, but we do see Letwick, Jamside, and them looking to challenge there in the mid ground. But this high ground not high enough to really knock it on down. We do see a lot of players in that low ground, as we see a lot of players start to drop on down. Players are going to start to have very, very hard rotates in. Rateful and company Rateful, I think, actually going to go down there. You see that right on your left-hand screen. We do see Wave Lou is finally making it in camo, leading the charge is very far above. Flexi and them on that second high ground are looking to challenge. Like Podesai running right over the top of second high. It looks like he doesn't have any mats. He's trying to find some different angles there. See what they're able to do is Letwick carping on in. Now they did lose to Mentos, but they've got Letwick, they've got Flexi, they've got Jamside. They still could be able to do this as more shots coming on through the streams. Vato and Nikov making the run as well, as we see 7-4, 1-3, 2, 17, 90, 18, 40, whatever his name is. In the middle of the pack there, we do see Jamside gonna fall as well. Letwick falling in. Flexi, the only remaining member. All of a sudden, it looks very bad here for this team. Is Team Russia not looking so good? Is Flexi gonna find one on the backside? Gonna find another Flexi. Hold on, wait a minute. It's clutching up big for the squad as he's unfortunately gonna go down. But he does knock down Flederboys and Rios, taking down 2, maybe 3 there. We'll see what they're able to do. Is Orc dropping on down. They had to drop. They don't have any more mats. They've lost 2, and now they're gonna lose 3. Hunter, the only remaining member, as Blue Supercar is in the zone. Nikov and Vato in the zone as well. Hunter, the only remaining member inside of the zone, as shots coming through here from Nikov versus Hunter. Vato going to try to play for the high ground. Flopper has been popped. See what they're able to do. More Floppers going to come on through. Hunter having to fight here. Nikov going down there. It's going to be Vato that takes the high ground. Hunter fighting the player in zone. Supercar going to be alive, as now it's going to be Vato versus Supercar in the high ground. Vato trying to get some shots here. Down below is going to beam up the player there. Down to just raw HP. Supercar has no shields, nothing other than a medkit. Does have mats. Vato going to have to spray down below. Looking like a victory royale here for Vato. Note that Supercar and company are sitting on a very big amount of eliminations, sitting on 11. Vato and Nikov would be able to pick up their 3rd victory royale if he clutches it on out. Sitting on 6, this would be their 7th elimination. Vato really has the HP advantage, has the ability to heal himself back up with that bandit cannon. That's not looking good there for Vato, but Blue Supercar is so low, not going to be able to really challenge. Is actually finding a way to make it towards that mid-ground. Vato building up. This might be the culmination here. We see Supercar going to run out of mats here. Shots going to go through. Vato going to start to drop on down. They're dropping down. They're fighting each other. Shots going through. Vato is going to be able to win it as they take home another victory royale to day 11.
There's literally no way. 3 out of the 4 games they've played today. That is ridiculous. They are on a roll. They are on fire. They look like it's like they want to beat Benji and company's record or something. 3 out of 4 games you've won. That's ridiculous. They are on fire. They're insane. They are here showing, hey, we should have been the squad to win, FNCS yesterday or whatever. Look, the French squad scene has always been strong, and these 4 have always been at the helm of that, right? Some of the most historic players in our scene, right? It's weird to say that since obviously our scene is not too old, but they are really coming through today, man. 3 out of 4 wins and good wins at that, man. That's hella impressive.
Yeah, a very, very, very good run there for them. As I believe, before we show you the leaderboard, we are going to show you some clips from session 4, the highlights there from that. And reminder, this is session 5, so last Wednesday session, we're going to roll through those so you guys can take a look at what happened and get caught up on the action. Vato versus been thrown out of the high ground minus Ritz. And this squad looks very, very good, but it's 2 dominant squads versus 2 dominant, it's going to be hard to just finish it off, but I think Stuttgart is going to be able to take it as Nikov very, very low. They're spraying him on out. They're trying to get the eliminations. Nikov trying to use that RPG to work on up. RPG going to come out. They're going to start the drop down. Nikov going to be taken down very low. Crew, it's a knock or something happened with his HP there as we see Chapix going on up. It seems like Vato is going to go down there to Crew. BIM going to finish him on up, and that's going to be the elimination as they find him fighting for high ground. This victory, I think, going to go over to them as they're trying to make something happen here. Blaster, though, does not look like he's going to be able to do so. Going to find one, but he's going to find another. Maybe. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's see if he's able to do it. This is remnants of Snappy from Monday. But Zone not in his favor, trying to shoot him on down. It's Blaster versus, I think he's going to drop him. No! He clutches up. The throw was not complete. Blastar said, I got you. Snappy still alive, and it's Dynamite versus the squad on the high ground, and Bad Sniper. Is Bad Sniper going to take down one? Is the Vic going to go down, unfortunately, as Bad Sniper has very, very, very hard task ahead of him, as he's going to try to pick off 4 players on the high ground. There's Snappy still alive, though. As we see, Bad Sniper trying to get the elimination on the player of the zone. That's going to be Snappy going on down. Bad Sniper, no, it seems like a 1v4v1 at this point. This is Bad Sniper getting shot from above, shot from below, shot from every which angle there in his box, and they're not giving him any sort of reprieve. That's going to be the elimination, and I think that's going to be the victory royale going on over there to get Grief Noob, E2Q, Croc, and down 2K. As we see RPGs coming through, Amplify going to take down Nekoff, Lightwing going to get taken down there by Podesai, shots coming through, Jamside going down, Two's going down, everybody going down, and Podesai putting on a clinic, and they should not have been on high ground, but they're looking to pick up the victory royale. They have 11 eliminations right now, as I think there's only one player remaining, and I think it's going to be Miro. Miro's the last remaining player here, and he's got to be outside his zone. We'll see what it is. He's going to go for this discarded special. Going for the high ground RPG coming out. He's going to get damage, and that's just going to be the victory. But a G well played. Shots continuing to come through. One player did end up going down. That Kripa still alive here. You see Zone going to go out. Flexi alive. Match, though, going to get tagged, as I believe he's going to fall. Raxel going to maybe fall here as well. Yes, he's going to fall, and this looks good for Fnatic, and everybody falling as Kripa and Flexi, the only remaining members, as they're going out zone. Flexi going to go down here to Kripa, and this looks like a GG, unless Kripa's able to make something happen, and he takes the high ground, but he's getting dropped down, and that's going to be the victory royale there for them. Team Fnatic come through and pick up a massive 11 elimination victory royale there. Fox still going to go down. Red Rush and Winky are still alive. Janice and Jason are still alive. So they're having a very good game. This might pull them out of the leaderboard. As we see little Timmy L2 with a nice 200 pump. There's Zabon hitting everything that he can. He hits another one. Zabon hitting everybody. He's going in. He hits another one. Zabon takes out the last remaining members of the game, and he puts the team on his back and picks up the victory royale. They're going home with a nice 12 elimination. This is going to be Nekoff. Welcome, everybody, back. I hope you had a nice little break. Got to stand up, stretch my legs, move around a little bit, as we do have the leaderboards, and no surprise, Levin, Airwax, Lato, Nekoff, and Sky are on top. That victory coming on the back there.
Oh,
that last remaining member. 8 eliminations there for them. As we see another Solary squad making their move up the leaderboard into second place as well.
Solary on top today, man. That's ridiculous.
It is, as we see Fnatic moving into third there. It's a 15th place, 7 elimination game there. Devils 1 moving down to fourth, 21st place with 5 eliminations. Emo Carry, and then moving on up. They had 8th place, 4 eliminations. As again, you see everybody there. The question is going to be 21 to 25. Currently being Sin Pro, NG Guden, NGY Guden, and Nickel Reborn, the Train Hard squad, and of course Metro and them in 23rd. That is, they may be relegated here, but hoping their series leaderboard stands. Island's going to be Hoppy, Ketson, Snazy, and MCS Exweezy as ARZJ going to be the last spot there, not having the best of games. So that is what would, if we ended right now, those would be your teams that are relegating. But we are going to go into game number 5 here shortly, and it's going to be, it seems like a fight right now for any second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, even all the way down to 9th place right now.
Yeah, the leaderboards are hella close, and this is just the nature of an event, right? When you have a squads kind of falling out and being relegated, it leads some of these middle tier squads to kind of, battle it out and try to figure out who's going to come on top. And just the nature of these games have just meant that, people have been, kind of up and down. You've seen teams one game, in the end game, another game not so, and it all counts up, right? And then it ends up where we have very, very volatile leaderboards, and that calls for more excitement. That's more excitement for us, seeing who's actually going to make and who's not. So I can't wait to see what happens going into the final 2 games, Kai.
Yeah, and the relegation will come through regardless. We'll wait to see. And a team that you talked about that you wanted to see towards the top there, again, number 1 Retail Row, still sitting in 13th place, right? Not having the best of games, being caught out inside his own, as you saw him fight there. And champs from yesterday, of course, playing with Felix as a film, maybe the chemistry is not there. Felix obviously a great player, but when you qual and you win with a squad, you have that chemistry built with the squad. So not having the best of luck, but still trying to avoid relegation. And I want to throw the series leaderboard up here shortly before we hop into the game, so everyone can understand what we're talking about when we're saying, "Hey, this is the series leaderboard. Hey, this is what we're looking at." As you see, 1 through 25 will qualify. So right now, Barack's, Smeef, Motor, and Mexi sitting at 478 points on that leaderboard. Right now, 11, they're sitting at 465. So they're looking to improve it. They only need 13 points today to improve that. But of course, there are other teams that will move up to the top of that leaderboard. As we do know, Airwax and them sitting at 616, but they're already above them, I believe, 620. So they're also looking to improve as well. But the MCES Auxiliary squad of Hunter, Orc, Squawks, and Podosai sitting at 8. So still above them. So if they keep this leaderboard, if the top 3 keep moving up, they will continue to move up, and they will be in a very good spot to avoid being knocked out.
Yeah, they're going to be looking to try and move up as high as they can. And all the other teams, right, that are just on the outside, they're going to be trying to look up as well, try and move up as well, because there's a couple of good teams sitting on the fence there. And we see a cheeky little Osborne fight. Take that out there, man. That was a really weird team chucking him off the mountain.
Okay. All right.
Oh, my God. They just yeeted him off. Like, that is actually hilarious, man. The weather station battles, like I've said it, I don't know why they are contesting this. Like, this is so stupid to me. Like, literally go somewhere else. Like, there's actually other places to go to on the map. They keep contesting this, and it's a terrible place to contest, in my opinion. Not enough loot for 2 full squads. Just leave it alone. And you end up in this situation here where you just have your teammates falling for no reason because they have no loot. I don't even want to talk about this no more. This is triggering me. This fight here is triggering me.
As we see Mitro actually going to get an elimination there, I believe, onto Miro. So that means they're dropping Slurpy Swamp, changing it up a little bit as Loro down to 15 HP, has to hit his shots, but they are not going to connect as the weather station fight breaking out in typical fashion. Luckily enough for us, it's going quickly, right? This fight happening. Not enough team for really even one team. These teams deciding they want to continue to contest. Shots going through. They practice this drop, and they're not willing to give it up without a fight. Scepter going to go down very low, but they are going to get the elimination there onto that player. So now 3 players go down, and they're looking to pick up the last remaining member there, that little red arrow running away, desperately trying to find something and desperately trying to hide. They currently have a sniper rifle. So if one of these players peeks a little bit too far, they will go down. And I believe the Slurpy Swamp fight starting to culminate a little bit here. That's going to be between Mitro and company versus Miro and company. Again, Miro did go down early to Mitro. The Mitro probably landed on that stack and got a nice little early shots here as this squad looking to pick up the last elimination.
So yeah, like you said, right, they've practiced this sport, so they don't want to give it up. But this every sport that you need to practice what you're going to do when you're contested at that spot. You can never just practice the spot assuming it will be uncontested for the rest of eternity and you will be free. Like, you need to know what you're going to team contest you. And the fact that clearly, like, they just haven't put much planning into that, because the first thing I'd think is, oh wait, if a team contests us, we're screwed, because this is a terrible place for a team to contest. So maybe this isn't the best spot for us. But, you know, regardless, they've not taken that into consideration. They've played it really stubborn, and we're tuning in here to one of the most stubborn teams in all of Fortnite. These guys don't stop pushing and don't stop being aggressive, and you see it here, changing up their landing at Slurpy Storm. They're going to be looking to box fight. They're going to be looking to do damage. Yeah, takes a lot of damage himself, some falls, but Mitro able to get his back and pick up the knock there for his teammate, ultimately the elimination. And pretty sure that's all of them dead. Mira squad all being taken out there by Mitro and company. Kindle and Falcony picking up kills in the kill feed as well. They're going to be able to pick up Chris and just continue about their game, W King, as they do.
Yeah, as we see the switch over here to Apoxel and Grands and company, they are having an all right game this time around. Again, they have a team nearby. That team is going to be Yarkos, Pate 1K, Corvado, and Twos. Looking to get some snipes there. Nebby is going to take down MCES's Xweeze here. I believe that may have been happening up in those islands. I'm not too sure exactly where Xweeze and them decided to change it. Oh, Apoxo getting tagged up there. He's going to lose his shield there, but we'll be fine as now the pressure going to come in. He's got to back up to his team as he's a little bit behind as we see the ego post going to be where they are dropping. As we'll see, I wanted to point out that while you were talking about contesting no spawn, Sunday and I saw in the Asia files, the finals rather, is there were times there was like at least 3 matches during the final where they split the map entirely and there was no off-spawn contestants. Now, of course, that being 24 teams, not 25, but you can definitely split this entire map without contesting somebody off spawn.
Yeah, definitely, right? And that's the luxury of having a map with so many places to go and kind of split, but clearly not taking advantage of that and not putting as much thought into that. And it's costing them. Definitely costing them.
Indeed, as we move over to Wakey and company, who are doing their standard split here. Wakey actually being very far away from his team. So if Wakey goes down, it's not going to be a good spot. We'll see. It seems like this spot already looted, so Wakey not going to be able to get the loot that he wanted. So it seems like Dementos and the squad already getting exactly what they wanted out of their area as they're rotating a little bit out. Wakey's team is, fun fact, still all in retail as he's all by himself over here. So if he goes down, it will be by Wakey, as we do see Ketson going to go down there. That's going to be in the top left-hand corner of the map. Again, the Island team continuing to drop islands and being very stubborn about it, but they're saying, hey, we're going to make it work. Is now only Hoppy and Snazy are there. Wakey going to get shot out.
This is not looking good. Like, this is like, I was literally about to say, imagine he just gets headshot sniped here. That's literally it. Like, there's nothing that happens. Not a headshot snap, but he does get sniped and not looking too good for him at all. He's gonna just have to hope that his team is able to get to him before anybody else, can come in and get involved.
Yeah, as we take, I want to take a look at the map just so everybody in the chat can see as we actually swap over here to Peyton. Them looking very, very good with that legendary tactical shotgun. We know Slurpee very, very good. Not Sweepy. Imagine it was Sweepy Swamps. I'd be down. Sweepy Swamps, just a bunch of brooms lying everywhere. Fortnite, if you want to implement that, but as we see the, you can credit me as we see the map there for a little bit. A lot of players in that northwest region and the northeast region going to have to contest. The south region going to all have to start to rotate in together. We'll see what Gaming Kuno and company are able to do. They're basing a pretty much dead center here inside of Salty Springs. Looking very, very good, as I believe. We'll swap on over here to the Streams, the Vic, as they are posturing here against a team, and that team deciding to back off. And this is going to be Lou, Coffee, Nuggy-san, and Tay-san here, as they're deciding, hey, we're going to back on out.
Yeah, that's sometimes the best option, right? We've seen a lot of teams this session be quite aggressive, and we've seen a lot of fights take place, but sometimes the best option is, sometimes the best form of aggression is no aggression and just kind of backing off and not really doing anything, and that's what they're going to choose to do here.
As it seems like they've decided, hey, we're gonna listen to 11. No aggression is good. We're gonna rotate. You see them trying to get a little bit more center zone. You're prioritizing that center zone a little bit more this time around as Mikkel Reborn. Trying to get those perfect nades, but a little bit too low. When they're actually a level above you, you have to start jumping. If they're 65 meters, you got to get closer. As we see NY Gooden going a little bit closer here. Salty and heavily contested this time around, and nothing really happening. This mid game being a little bit slower. I'd say this is more of the early into mid game transition, being a little bit slower this time around.
I'd say being a bit slower. It's hard to say. It's something I'd probably have to pay attention to more. But I can definitely see where you're coming from in that sense, to be fair. Really want to see the map actually, right? Because it's looking kind of congested here in Salty. I'm sure that we're going to see some fights break out in relation to Storm Surge, and then teams trying to figure out their Storm Surge damage and their tags and whatnot. Yeah, it's an interesting point you made there when it comes to, kind of the pacing of the game. As that is a really important factor that, common, regular average person just doesn't understand, right? A lot of this game is just about pacing.
As we see the elimination onto Apoxo and Grands come down, you do see don't going to center around Pleasant, Frenzy, and Salty. Frenzy going to be very heavily contested. Salty as well. A lot of players have to rotate into players already there. So they're going to have a very, very hard rotation as you see the team in Slurpee Swamp rotating out. of course, being Mitro and company's team. Now looking to get into that late game, looking to get into the mid game with those shields. Dementos is going to take down Lestream's Blacks, because I think that fight happening right near Salty Springs may have been with a sniper rifle. Usually Dementos is the one to carry that, and I can confirm for you it was a snipe there. So the sniper rifle, the easiest way to get eliminations here in this chapter is to provide you such an easy amount of damage if you're able to hit your shots.
Oh yeah, that's. I think maybe in terms of being the easiest, debatable, right? Because I think it does, necessarily it does take some skill to use a sniper. We see, something I spoke about in a couple of sessions. We see so many kids who do not hit any snipes choose to pick up the sniper. Guys, if you're listening to the stream right now, don't be that guy. Don't pick up the sniper if you know you can't hit shots with it, man. Sniper is so great when you can hit your shots, right? Because it's so much, it's free damage, free storm surge tags, and ultimately free kills most of the time. As we see the Vic, they're gonna have some pressure being applied. Airkin does for bad sniper finally being picked up, but not looking too good for these guys. The breaks are gonna have to be put on them as they need to slow things down and trying to fight together. The Vic left with 20 HP. He's gonna do his best to try to tunnel out, run around as much as he can. 90 below as well. It's not looking great for them whatsoever. Blacks falls as well. Bad sniper falling, and that's leaving the Vic with 45 HP and a dream, really. He's gonna
a dream and a half, Levin. That is going to be very hard. Luckily enough for them, they are above Storm Surge threshold. So as a solo, you want to be that. You want to have that ability to be above Storm Surge without having to do damage yourself. You want your team, if your team has fallen, you want that damage to come from them. As we move into the mid game here, you want that to come through. We do see Flexi and Dementos are alive, but as we saw, Jamstein and Letwick did go down. So again, this team had a very, very good opportunity to get out of the bottom of the leaderboard, but with two less players, it's going to be so hard. Luckily enough for them, they are sitting at 16th. So that last game that they had, game number 4 with the 6th place 7 elimination game, will bump them on up. But you can't go from getting that game to having a bad performance here.
Yeah, you cannot. But obviously, like we said, that's the reason why the leaderboards are so even. So many people having games like polar opposites of each other. But that's just the nature of this game. Sometimes it's a battle royale. There's a lot of variables that you can't necessarily control. You see Fnac here with Smith fallen. Only 1 kill on them, but they are, about 500 above, so they shouldn't be in any position to kind of, force any issues or rush anything. Be interesting to see though how they rotate off of this island. Because assuming the zone isn't gonna go here, we will 10 seconds, but they're gonna eventually have to rotate off. Probably gonna opt to go through that east side. Oh, nice shot here from Mexi. Not able to pick up a knock or anything, but 105 damage. That's nice. I'll take that. I know you will. Looking for even more as well.
And that's a Storm Surge threshold, like we've talked about time and time and again. So we'll see them have to rotate a zone. Going to show there to the northwest. Red Russian Company sitting on the island as well. Mexi and them trying to get some more eliminations. Being very aggressive this time around. This lobby being the most stacked we've seen. 7 players will need to go down right now, and it's going to start to hit players. The damage will start to come on through. As it's the players that haven't gotten any eliminations, the players that haven't gotten any tags at all as a team, they're going to start to go through and go down. As we'll see, Downs 2K going to go down, Dark Arena going to go down. We do see Teak falling as well, Envy falling as well, as Envy is the one that took down Teak there. They're probably fighting because of that Storm Surge. As you can tell, the lining is going to start to fall. 4 players need to continue to go through. Seems like the Croc and company just absolutely getting beamed there by EMXXR, Mexi, and them trying to rotate on in. We do see 70 players, so Storm Surge will be a non-factor. Varrox going to get tagged up and immediately eliminated there. Seems like it was a sniper. Something happened. I'm not too sure. There's now Motor on the back foot. He said, you know what, Mexi, leave. I'm going to buy you time. Trap going to come out. A nice edit. That player, unfortunately, going to get out there with the shotgun shot of the wall. Motor trying to make something happen, trying to stay alive, to buy Mexi time to get out. This is all he's doing. If he can pick up another elimination, it'll be worth it. But his sole job is to stay alive so that Mexi can get out, and he is going to fall there to Scepter, as now Mexi will be forced to fight alone.
Yeah, Mexi's gonna have to fend off alone. It's not ideal, obviously, the only secret player on a team of Fnatic players, but next he's a talented player. I'm sure he'll be able to do, something in the end game. I'm not sure how much impact he will be able to have, but you tune into the champions here. 3/4 of the champions, I should say. And actually, that last quarter is the only one with a kill right now. You see, he's sitting on the toilet, chilling, looking for players in the river. Gonna just look for more and more tags to try rack up that kill total.
Yeah, the elimination total is something they definitely want. As we do see Red Rush going to be eliminated there by Falcony. And that is where we've wanted to see Mitro and them to get these mid-game eliminations. As Red Rush going to fall, Snappy will fall as well to CRR, Wakey, and Felix. Now getting shot up. Wakey is literally gone fishing. As now the trap going to come out to try to protect them. They're trying to enter out. Wakey 8 HP sitting in the cone, trying to pop some shield. Felix taken down to 1 HP. Headed on down to try to stay alive. Felix hiding in the bush. Wakey will more than likely be the sacrificial lamb here as they're going to take him on out. Felix is just going to be sitting in the bush. And no way do Mitro and them absolutely not see this cancel. Mitro, CRR, and Falcony not going to see him sitting in the bush. What are you doing?
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. They actually did not see him. He's going away scot-free. How? Like, wait, what? How? He was right next to him. Oh, no, I'm done. I can't. Oh, finally picking up the kill on him. That was ridiculous. I was like, if he had actually was able to live that would have been hilarious.
I'm just flabbergasted that they didn't see him sooner. Someone in the chat said my man's playing Gary's mod hide and seek, and sometimes unfortunately you literally have to play hide and seek. I know we all saw that clip on Twitter from Svenos about Smeef and them missing someone there.
Oh,
we do see Magnus taking advice. So a lot of these players definitely need to get better at their hide and seek ability.
Yeah, man. That is a part of Battle Royale, man. You gotta be able to hide and survive. I remember, back in the old days, we used to, a couple of other pro players, we used to sit in like a playground and we would go to like Greasy Grove and play hide and seek, and it was some of the best fun I've ever had on this game. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, the old map, bringing back the fields as we see CR absolutely going to be beamed. But I want to note to chat, they have 9 eliminations, but this time around, they have extra shields. I have not seen a loadout this good for them in a while. So going to Slurpy Swamp, definitely going to be the play. As you can tell, they do not want to be relegated here. They're going to start to earn placement points. With the 9 eliminations, they're going to be sitting at 56, I believe if my math was right. No, 72 points for this game already, just in terms of elimination. So they're going to continue to try to establish dominance. This track's going to be taken down. We're moving over Rezumi, who's getting shot by everybody's Scepter. Following the same fate as we take a look at the map there for a moment. Players all around that south east side and then north side going to have a hard time rotating in. We'll see this squad going to have even more of a harder time.
Yeah, you see here where the zone is, everyone's kind of sitting on that strong side of the zone. The weak side is obviously the side where less people are rotating in from. It's a less populated side. I have a couple technical difficulties right now, struggling to see what's going on for you, but we are tuned in here to Mitra as they are kind of moving into this, strong side of the zone, very contested, and a lot of people are kind of holding them and trying to make life as difficult as possible. But I'm confident in the squad and their ability to kind of, possibly push to have a great end game as long as they don't get too over aggressive here. Obviously, this rotation is going to be a difficult one at the least. Looks like they're just going to try to follow the people to their northeast, which does seem to be the play. I don't know. I guess it's, he's not being punished for it. Mutual, they're kind of just going out in the open, even though there was cover to his right. But this is my fear. They may get a bit too aggressive here. They see the players and going to initiate a fight, Claire.
Yeah, as we see Falcony them trying to get some shots on the players as they're rotating beside A. We're just going to rotate on through. No, Cancel going to get taken down there. Demento's going to be the player that did that. They are more than likely may be able to pick him on up. And CRI actually going to take down Demento's in return. So we'll be able to be picked back up. But look, Falcony's loot not looking the best as CRR adding a little bit of that the emote there just to, add a little bit of insult to injury is now. Oh, Ariana Lover looking very, very good, but Falcony's floor and pyramid can get taken above his head, as now he's just waiting for his team because he doesn't really have mats to box on up as a guess. Levin, who is on the high ground, it's Airwax, it's Nikov, and it's Vato.
No. They winning. I'm not even gonna put any stakes on it because it's in this position here, it's likely that they ever lose this position, right? We've seen them in this position so many times and come out on top. So much action going on below them, don't get me wrong, and there's so many things to pay attention to, but seeing these guys on the high ground is so tantalizing. It just makes me happy because they're probably about to win another game, but let me not jinx it. Let me not, you know, do the little Levin's cursed or whatever rubbish that we had before. But yeah, let's just see how this plays out, Clay.
I want to point out Mitra and them just took down an entire squad. They did lose CRR, so there will be no L2 action going there for them. We do see they are also sitting on a very, very big amount of eliminations. 11. They're sitting on, I believe, if my math is correct, 13 eliminations.
13 eliminations. That is a pretty penny of eliminations. That is about what, like 104 points just from eliminations alone. So be great to see if they can add the placement points to that, as we see Sky get a bit greedy for some loot, almost, you know, cost himself, and they almost lose high ground. They're gonna have to fight for it now. I think that's against the Train H boys. I'm not too sure though. It's shaping up to be a great end game here, Clay.
As we see, it is actually going to be Rehas that they take down. So the higher that they push them up, the easier it is going to be knock them down, right? The bigger they are, the harder they fall. As you do see NG Goody going to start to challenge that high ground a little bit. The RPG's coming in, but luckily enough, Vato throwing one back. As we see, Airwax going to throw some as well. Bodasai going to be taken down in challenge there. As we see, Hunter will be taken out. This is another squad that was near the top of the leaderboard. Again, fighting here again, but the story right now, Mitra them looking very, very good. They're now sitting on 14 eliminations. There's more shots coming through. Bodasai taken down low. His teammate Orc will fall as well. Airwax trying to chop down high ground as they're being challenged here. It seems like Vato and them decided to hang. We're going to need to fight these players. NG Gouda going to try to make some fancy edits, but he's just going to start to fall. Almost falls to his elimination. Is Airwax going to fall as well? So now Nikov, Vato, and Sky have to play as a trio. But if they can win as a duo, adding one more member to their team is just going to make it that much easier. As Podesai now playing as a solo, going to get some shots, is going to take down one, and I can't exactly see who he just took on down. I believe that's going to be Scout XO taking on down as Mitra and them looking to pick up some more elimination shots, continuing to rain fire from above. I believe Mitra and them are sitting in a bush right now. Yep, can confirm they're sitting in a bush as we see Rainfall going to be healing in the zone, is going to go down, unfortunately. This is now Kinsel, Falcony and company trying to fight Lestream at the top, the high ground of Lestream, and the mid ground it seems as Nikov going to be the perspective that we move back on here. RPG going to come in, and that's going to be Kinsel will be knocked, as we do see Rainfall falling as well. I believe Kinsel finished off there. Ariana Leva going to go down, so Falcony will not be able to gain more points here. We'll see what we're able to do about his shots. Continue going through. It seems like Mitra going to W key there into Themo's box. We'll see what's going to happen. Rainfall and Themo going to take him on down there. I believe it was a trap elimination as Podesai now going to be left alive again. So by himself, it's going to be him versus the team on high ground. There's another solo. There's 3 different solos here. I'm very, very confused at how all these solos made it in. As Podesai trying to hide outside to try to get some flopper plays happening. Going to put the trap down, but not going to be enough as Nikov and them trying to finish on off the last remaining members. Vato is going to go down there. As we see now, it looks like a 2v1 here is Skype them versus, and I can't tell who that is. I think that's Themo. He's going to try to make a play here for high ground, 90 on up. Vato and Sky looking back. Is now they're going to break down and go down to the low ground. This is looking very good for Themo, but he went so far up, and I think they're just going to be able to shoot him out as we see does fall down to his elimination. And another victory royale here for Lestream X Solary.
What? They've just won 4 games out of 5. What's going on? If someone please explain to me what's going on. Like, what is happening? They just won 4 games. And what? Like, what can I say that I haven't already said? They're dominating. They are just more alpha than everybody else in this whole lobby right now. Like, to win 4 games out of 5. Nah. What do I have to say? What can I say that you guys don't already know? What can I say?
That is dominating there. I gonna take that off there. Sorry, apologies. As that's just ridiculous, Levin. That is utter domination from them. They wanted to. I think weren't happy with their performance yesterday. Maybe something happened there that caused them not to play as well, and they turned it really around.
Weren't happy, Clay. Clay, they just came in today and said, "Who the hell are you guys? We're the real flipping squad champions of the flip world.
We're the real
5
champions,
games,
right?" I had to throw it in there. I knew it'd make you laugh. But yeah, 4 out of 5
crazy.
games looking very, very, very dominant. That is what we would expect from them. And with that, right? I don't know how many elimination points they had, but let's say they got more than 10, which I assume they did, and I assume they ended up getting more than 10 eliminations. That is going to be very, 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 very good, as I believe the leaderboard has been updated, and they are on pace to try to eclipse Benji and them's record. Again, another victory out. This time, their most eliminations with 15 points, a 240-point game there. Now, for them to eclipse Benji and company's record, 1,079 is what Benji and them had. So if you want to do some quick math with me, I'm going to do it on a keyboard or a calculator there so I don't have to. They only need a nice 223-point game there. So basically another victory royale. And at this point, I don't put anything past them, Levin.
Bro, I feel like they're about to just win 5. Like, I honestly feel like to just win 5 out of the 6 games played in the session. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, we don't see this kind of thing every day. And after wrapping up FNCS and seeing some great performances from the FNCS, to come today and just see such a dominant performance from the squad is ridiculous, man. I'm so impressed right now. I love this.
Very impressive. As now the story turns to the bottom of the leaderboard as Islands and company are sitting in 25th. I believe Hoppy has to be subbed out. He's having there's some personal reasons that he has to be subbed. Screeky will be coming on in. ARZJ going to be in 24th. Gamer Legion and company going to be 23rd. Yo is Pay 1K. Yarkos Corvado and Toos going to be there in 22nd. Fake Russians going to be Miro, Matzo, Snap, and Amplify going to be in 21st. So that is their bottom 5 there. They're in a bad spot, but not going to be too bad, as we see the Train Hard squad finally having a great game there. A 9th place there for them and an 8 elimination. So not the best, not the worst, but still enough to claw their way on out, as the Stream X Vitality was sitting in 20th. Another Lestream team playing here today, not looking to go home so early, but last game got 20th place with only 1 elimination.
Yeah, it's as much as the top of the leaderboard's been incredibly impressive, we need to pay attention to what's going on elsewhere, and like you said, not looking too good for them. But we still have one more game left, right? We have one more game left, and at the end of the day, this last game is what you make of it, right? You gotta make sure you keep your head screwed on and stick to your plan. Don't do anything wild. Don't get too excited. Don't get too emotional. Stick to your plan. Play your game well. And get as many points as you can, because for a lot of these guys in the bottom 5, their series leaderboard points aren't looking too great anyway. So it's they're gonna have to make the most game, to say the least.
It's gonna have to be a very, very, very good game. As we load up the lobby and get everybody in, I want to throw it to the series leaderboard once more so you guys can see. Sorry, I was trying to find it here on my end, so that I can look at it along with you, as it's going to be what everybody is wondering about this. Again, if you're Varox and company, we'll see. Remember, they were sitting at 25th right now. They are sitting in 4th or 6th place with 488 points. So they will improve their overall session leaderboard score, sitting at 478. So they're 10 above right now, 11. But with all these new players coming in and being on top, Themo and them being there, Dynamite, of course, already towards the top of that session leaderboard, as we wait to pull that up there for you guys at 880 points. This is going to be very good here, because if players are able up there. The series leaderboard will swap over there to show it to you guys. Already up there, like Revsguard and company, I believe, are nearby. Actually, Revsguard and them, I believe, new to this one. I apologize there. It's been a long week. I've been on a little sleep, but this is where Varox and them, because right now I'm pulling focus onto them because like you see them in 25th spot. They today would make the final, but Wednesday it could change. It could knock them on down. So they are looking to increase their overall series leaderboard. So now they're sitting at 488 with one game left. They're looking to pick up and get into that maybe 20th, maybe 15, right? They're maybe looking to increase as we see Solaris, Airwax, Nikon, Vato, and Sky sitting in 15th there before today as at 620. We've seen already astronomically increase their score as now they're making a run to be at first on that series on the leaderboard 11. I think they might be able to do it.
Yeah, it's very possible, right? Never say never, because like we said, we still got Fortnite to play. We still got some Fortnite to play, and you never know what can happen, right? We could see the Solar Extra Stream guys pick up another win and just completely just stomp through the event. Or we could see one of these teams in 21 to 25 just get a 20 kill win and completely save the event. So can't wait to see what happens. You got any last game predictions, Claire?
Last game predictions. I am looking to see. I want to see Team Fnatic spoil the Airwax domination. I want to see him spoil it as we get into the off spawn fights. Kenzo and company going back over to Slurpy Swamps. Yeah,
it seemed to work out for them last game, so they're gonna go back to that, and they had some really good loot, and they were able to spawn engagement. So gonna be interesting to see them go back, see if they can replicate that success from last game. And yeah, like you said, the Fnatic guys, they're actually the only other team in the game all day, right? There's only been 2 teams to win games, and we're hopping into the 6th game. So if they're able to pick up the final win, that would be a dominant showing from both teams. But I'm gonna just go with they're going for 5 out of 6. I think they're about to win again. But let's see what happens. Some kills in the elimination feed. You see Kins will try to get some shots on some players. Gliding, but not gonna be too successful in that. They're just gonna continue to loot up right now.
Yeah, as we see, they get the early game tags, which is always good for Storm Surge. But you see, unfortunately, one team did not make it on in, or did not even try to connect, as Dementos is going to get taken out there by Darkarino. Rez going to get taken down there by Zimmy. Envy will fall to Flexi. Dementos and company, I believe, landing in Misty Meadows, looking to get the elimination. As Jamside going to take out the player that took down Dementos. As this is looking much better for them, Lemon, as they've completely eliminated the team that challenged them off spawn.
Yeah, they able to pick up a quick, clean win. But I have some bad news, Clay.
What?
Airwax crashed. Airwax isn't in this game.
Oh, no.
So it looks like the squad that's been on a roll, one man down, unfortunately. But, we've seen them do cool things. We've seen them face more difficult challenges. But Airwax not being in the game off the rip is going to be a big factor in whether they're able to pick up another win here.
As we move into Frenzy Farms, again, this fight happening. One of my favorite things to fight in, as we see grenades are being thrown. That's the easiest way to clear out that corn. As you see Slick trying to get a little bit of the corn peat action happening, is now Shot's going to go through. He's going to throw some grenades. We'll see if he's able to hit those shots. Going to come through. He's going to do a lot of damage here, but he's going to get tagged up on it as well. Down to 110 effective HP. As soon as he gets lost in that corn, it's very, very hard to track him. And this, of course, I believe, going to be against the Train Hard squad.
Yeah, they're going to look to kind of clear this fight here. I'm pretty sure the Train H boys have already picked up some eliminations at Frenzy here. So it's been subject to a lot of fire and a lot of aggression. And these guys are just looking to try come out on top. Obviously, one of the newer squads coming in, filling in for a squad that didn't play. So looking to make their mark. And they had some early success, but it's not looking too good for them right now. As you see Slicks here, taking some damage in the cornfields, and Alpha going down for Train H. I'm
going to jump in because this is really big, Levin, because Train Hard could be relegated if they don't win this fight.
Yeah, and that's not what they want, right? They need to stay alive here. Seth able to pick one back up for the team, but he does go down as well. And I think it's just one of them left. This isn't looking good at all.
Not at all. You are correct, as Yarkos is going to fall there to Kinsel. And I believe Yarkos and them maybe changing up their draw spot, maybe Kinsel them being a little bit more aggressive as we move over to Blast Star and EMX Star. So 2 players remaining here, and you see immediately they realize we have to disengage as a third party is entering the equation.
Yeah, like they need to stay alive. Like this is the last game. You want to make sure you can do everything you can to have a long-lasting impression on this game, because you don't want to get kicked out ultimately, and you know that's not the goal. Look at this fight, man. Look at this view. There's been so much action going on here. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous, and it's not stopping. If you see a player falling here, Valiant squads not too successful. The DMI guys come in and just kind of roll them. Actually, like that's kind of upsetting, because they just worked really hard to kind of make sure that they did a good job to eliminate the train H players, but then ultimately not able to make anything of it.
As we see Evo and them heal back on up, they again unfortunately not able to make anything of it. So we'll also keep our eye to see if they are able to get the reboot or not. The Train Heart guys still up there with the MXXR. You see they have the other 2 blue arrows there on your map. Wakey and company are in this game as well, as we move over to Toos and company as they are fighting Nitro, CRR, and Kinsel. Now Toos and them near the bottom of the leaderboard, as they have not been having the greatest of games. They need to win this fight to be able to avoid relegation. Kulado going to take down Kinsel, and now a 2v2 is Falcony going to try to get some shots, as there goes Kinsel taken on down there. Apologies, watching on the wrong areas. Nitro alive, Falcony alive, looking very, very good. This is not what they wanted. Zone not going to be in their favor. They need to end this quickly if they want to continue their push out of the bottom of the leaderboard. We saw that they overall have been doing not the best today, but we'll see if they're able to continue to push their advantage here as they're looking to get some shots. Micho with some nice edits, but he's going to fall into the floor. Nice stare over the top. Is that player going to be very aggressive? And unfortunately, they are going to fall. We'll see as Micho going to get the knock there. Now they're going to push and be very aggressive, going for the pickaxe. Micho is going to fall. Toos, unfortunately, will fall instead, but Ariana Lover Falcony able to clutch it on up.
Yeah, Micho again. I guess sometimes that is actually a play, right? Like to pickaxe someone in your box. If you know that they are literally like maybe 2 hits or so, yeah, sure, go for the pickaxe if you're in that close range. But not working out there for Micho. But they're able to stay alive. They're going to be able to, you know, kind of regroup, get some reboots off, and move into the safe circles as the storm is on their backs. As we tune in here to the laziest of the lakes.
The laziest of the lakes, indeed, but not the laziest of the fights. It is between Jamside and the other Lestream squad of Bat Sniper and company, as this is going to be a very, very, very big fight, because whoever ends up losing this fight could be relegated, as Let's Effing Go doing very, very well here. This is the squad we're watching. They are in 17th place. Lestream X Vitality X Airkin sitting in 20th place. So they need to get out of here. And as you see, I believe Flexi going to be able to find the last remaining member here. Will he be able to get the elimination? That is the question. Airkin and the Vic are completely separated. Actually, I believe the Vic completely out of here. Shots coming through. Flexi trying to get some shots here. Airkin, I believe the player down below under the ramp. The shots coming on through. Flexi is going to fall. Airkin trying to make the most out of nothing here. Is just so you know, the Vic is literally all the way by Frenzy Farm. So this is, it literally said, hey, I'm going to sacrifice you. I'm trying to keep our chances alive to avoid relegation, as I would 100% agree with the call.
Yeah, makes sense, right? I'm not even a fan of Lazy Lake too much. I know this is where they opt to land, but when Lazy Lake is contested like this, it's not great. There's actually, as much as, you know, it's quite a big POI, you'd be surprised, right? Solos is great. We've seen Benji Fishy be probably the best solo player in the world landing at this spot, but as a squad, there's not as much loot for squads, especially a squad being contested, as you'd think, right? So, you know, it's caused them some problems, but I love that core, like you said, sacrificing his teammates so that he has a chance to live on, because they urgently need some sort of points to get out of that bottom 5. And it's actually, I was on the series leaderboard, they are 27th, so there's actually no room for error. Like, they literally, if they mess up now, they're donezo. Like they are pretty much gone. So need to clutch on this game.
In a very bad spot, Levin, indeed, as we move into Risky, which is currently getting a little bit of a renovation there. Beast and them in a very, 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 very overall decent spot right now, but need to try to do something. We did see the stream, the Vic did go down, Levin. He went down to a Train Hard member. His Train Hard now only has one remaining member there. As we see, I believe it is going to be, oh no, Blastar is going to fall as well. So the Train Hard squad has fallen, and I don't know if they're going to be close enough to the top of the leaderboard. It's going to come down to if Mira and them were able to stay alive, if the Island team was able to stay alive. As we move over, the entire team of Mitro, CR, Kinsel, and Falcony have been rebooted. They really have to be careful. There's an entire other team here on the island. This team may decide to disengage as like they're doing now. Looking very good here for Mitro and them.
Yeah, looking good for Mitro and them, but like you said, not looking good for some of the Train Each guys. I don't know if it's going to be enough, right? You know, they tried really hard, and obviously it's not worked out for them, but you know, we'll have to wait and see till the end of the game, and we still got a good game coming. Obviously, this squad, best players as they have been labeled. You know, fair to say that in their recent performance, they have been far from the best players, but you know, still a very talented squad that could make some noise in the end game as we tune into another squad that has potential to make noise. Solary X MCES, moving around that Steamy Stacks area. Love this part of the map. It's actually really beautiful.
And now for them, because Airwax and them have been eliminated, we will see if they move towards the top of the leaderboard. That they would need a very, very great game, a 263-point game here from them to try to eclipse the stream Solary, right? They would need a very, very great game, as it's going to be very, very, very hard as Luro does go down there to D-Mines Teak. Now Luro and them playing with Scepter and company, as Screeky will fall there to Dementos. You don't see it, but I have it up there in my feed as I can see it, just so you guys get all the information that you can. Now Screeky was filling in there for Hoppy for Team Islands, but this is looking very, very congested around the farm. Is everybody looking to defend it this time around?
Yeah, man, defend the farm, like they say in NA. Too hip to their NA things, but that is one thing I've been aware of, that whole fight at Frenzy Farm, and looks like we're about to get quite a couple fights at Frenzy Farm, because it's heating up in there, boy. It's heating up.
As we move over, it's heating up indeed. Kinsel and company, and yet another fight, and they need these eliminations if they want to try to secure a better... Ooh, a nice shot there onto whomever that was. Zestin has got a nice shot again. Mitro is done playing around. He says, you know what? I'm finally trying to get whatever he had together. It wasn't playing the best. It's decided now, finally getting in. And Reddit going to come through. Mitro is going to take down Janzo's Imton. Pepper going to fall to himself. Maybe a disconnect there or something unfortunate happening. It seems like he will fall, as Scout going to go down there to Ariana Lover, as we see the last remaining member trying to stay alive. Zestin will fall as well, as I think that player managing to hide out in the builds. 11. Maybe it's only Apoxo in Grands as he's sitting inside of a wood base. I'm surprised they haven't found him.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of hide and seek taking place in this session. And look what we have here. Grappling a supply drop. Cough, cough, ring any bells to you, bro?
I think that reminded me a little bit of Flick there, as they're trying to get that, as I believe I have been informed via the chat, via the official Fortnite competitive team 11, that the Winter Royale official rules are out. Arena Duos is now live. So that happening right after this tournament is the 20th and the 22nd. I look forward to some awesome action from that as well. So Fortnite absolutely killing it there with the communication about all the points in the finals, and with the communication right now about the Winter Royale.
Yeah, that's insane, right? And everyone's going to be happy about that. And I'm sure all of the players in game right now, probably, some of them probably been given word if their teammates did and whatnot. Red Rush falling there, unfortunately, FNCS champions not looking in a good position right now at all. Wakey just going to sit here and hide, but can't wait to see some duo competition. It'll be interesting to see which one of these, squads is going to eventually, split up and how teams, decide to split and who's successful. Ricky just chilling here, man. He's chilling. He's a champion, man. You can see he's got the time.
Yeah, he's got the time indeed. Literally just sitting there waiting for the zone to show. As you see Mitra and them continuing to push their advantage here, being very, very aggressive. Intel and them being very smart about this, though, taking out players that are contending with their spot here in the farm. As we see, Angela's going to take down King Kubase. Kinsel's going to find a player. He doesn't have shield, so they need this. Magnus going to go down there to CRR. Shots continuing to come through. Kinsel to take the player's shots down very, very low with CRR to finish off Magnus there. This fight, definitely not something that needs to happen, but it seems like they really, really wanted to.
Yeah, it looks like but come on, Clay, that's not a surprise. We know what they want to do. Every single second of every single moment these guys will be, we know what they want to do. They want to push someone, try to get a kill. That's what they do best, and it's also their biggest detriment, right? Good that they didn't pull the trigger this time, though, but I would not count on that being the case for too long.
I agree. As we see that map looking very congested, and that there's just right in the middle, really. Only one team, two teams to the north there, one team to the south. Everybody kind of making a little bit of a box. As you see, this is the only two teams to the north. Hoping the zone pulls to them. Update, it does not actually pull to them. It's going to center a little bit more. Fun fact, nobody is in the current zone 11. It pulled against every single person.
Yeah, it's a common trend we've seen in this chapter, right? Like, it's these zones. People obviously make jokes about how it's rigged and how, you know, they can figure it out and calculate and stuff. But, you know, you've done a good job of predicting it, you know, and it's true because there have been these common trends as Teak gets completely railed here, wiped out by the Mentos himself, and the D-Man guys not looking great. They're on the very, very, very edge, so it's going to be even harder for them to get out of this situation. And Rasco and King Kubik's just not going to be in a good spot here to try and live and make much noise in this game much longer.
As we swap over, Mitro actually going to be taken down there by Mikkel Reborn. Sigma Spin Pro going to go down though to Kinsel, as Kinsel will get the eliminations. I believe they finish them all off, as no CR going to find yet another elimination. That's going to be on MG Guden, as now getting pressured from multiple different angles. CR making some nice edits that are definitely better than my edits. I'm definitely going to have to step up my game after seeing some of those. As we see upgrading the loadout here, we do see Balcony has fallen as well, so CR and Kinsel having to work together as a duo. We see a lot of eliminations coming on their side. We do see, what is that? I believe 11 eliminations here for them. And I'm not surprised here for them.
Yeah, it's look, look at the squad we're talking about here, man. Look, how many eliminations is that? It's about 11. That's crazy. 88 points just alone from that. And they're going to look to increase that total more as we tune into a squad that was looking pretty good a while ago, but obviously now we've only 2 players left, 1 elimination. Decent loadout to their credit, but they should look to get some of these shots here. The players on the right of them are getting pressured real hard. They should look to get on that action. Nades coming in, and you see Hunter finally figuring it out. Not able to get any tags though, but wow.
Yeah, not any taxes. Now the grenades are coming in. And this is the RNG of that zone coming in. Right, everybody being on that one side is going to cause everybody to start to get pressured up. Is Hunter going to sit inside of their boxes? We do see Hunter will fall, so we can, unless Themo can. No, we can't confirm right now. The leaderboard for Solar and them will stay the same. They will be at first for this session at 856 points. The session score will be good there for them as they look to improve their series score. As we do see second place is still up for grabs with the fall there, Themo and company. I don't know if they are all in the game. Themo is in the game, so they can look to improve their score and take second here. As we see Janison actually see Themo get an elimination there onto DB1's Arthur. Is zone 11 pulling against everybody yet again.
Yeah, this is getting a bit ridiculous now. It's fun to see the rotations happen and see how, you know, players fight and whatnot, but look at the way, like, literally nobody was in that zone. 2 or so teams like actually sitting in that zone, and seeing all the players start rotating like lice is pretty hilarious if you ask me.
As we see CR them trying to squeak on in, it seems like they're trying to find yet again more eliminations. Kensel just runs into the trap.
He's trolling. He must be trolling. I don't know. He's trolling. He's trolling. No, there's no way. There's no way. Like, what? What is that play? Like, what? He's trolling.
Yeah, I really hope that that was a big of a little bit of a misplay there from them. But CR getting the nice turnaround beam there on the Wakey, and CR getting another nice shot. And one thing I've criticized Europe about through the finals of FNCS is nobody is really paying attention to their back as they're rotating. As we see CR able to take advantage of that. Now is going to be held out of zone and just completely eliminated there by D-Steak. The zone not being in the favor of them. And look at who is on top. Oh my God, I called it. Levin, I said I was looking for the birthday boy himself to improve their games.
And they're doing just that. Yeah, doing just that. Sitting on a high ground position. And it's these kind of positions that we don't usually see teams like this lose from, right? This is a position where, you know, it'll be rare. I'd be surprised if they didn't win this game and close this game out. No rockets on Motor, but I'm sure, you know, they're going to be just fine with some rockets on Mexi. And yeah, this is going to be a textbook game for them. I'd love to see them rack up their eliminations even more.
As they look to improve their series leaderboard score, because coming into this, they were sitting right on the cusp, chat. We talked about it a lot, but it means a lot. Sitting at 25th, you are not safe. So they definitely need to improve right now at 488 points. So the longer they go, the more points they are going to continue to boost themselves up with. And that series points is Fledermoys and company rotating on through. We'll see what they're able to do. They're sitting at 10th place, so definitely going to be able to avoid relegation. But again, it's all about the series leaderboard. We see shots continuing to come on through there. Fledermoys making a nice set of rotations here. They're also looking to improve. They are right on the cusp as well. Sitting at 22nd as shots come through. Fledermoys and take a lot of damage. That series leaderboard score there from them not being the best, but they're looking to improve it. They can do it if they continue to get a lot of points here. They need a lot, but we'll see if they're able to do it. As we see, it's game number 6 of session number 5. We swap over for Rocks and company, looking good. Mikkel reborn without a team there, playing solo. He's got a lot of matches. A trap going to come through just in case. Net it out just to make sure that he has some protection. Nice shots here from him. Gonna absolutely beam that player. Gonna go ahead and take him on down as Mexi, Smeef, and Varox looking to take home the victory royale, including Motor there. Didn't know if he was alive there. Couldn't actually see it on my end, as Mikkel is going to more than likely know he's got a flopper. And the Bandage Kingdom will be able to stay alive for just a little bit longer. Shots coming through. Fledermoys will lose his teammate there in camo, but he's going to try to maintain this to try to get as many points as he can. Every placement point matters. 5 more points every time you stay alive to the next placement. As Fledermoys rotating through the low ground. Motor and them seem to have lost the high ground, and I don't know how they've lost it his way. Smeef and Varox did go down. Shots go through. They're going to be able to pick up one. Lukey going to be the player on the high ground as they're going to try to take him on out. Mexi going to be the one to challenge as Motor playing the low ground to mid ground. As Fledermoys now going to be the only player remaining as Lukey will fall. Mexi and Motor look up to pick the victory royale, and they're making Millie look very, very good. If I'm able to predict this victory here, it'd be very, very good to add to my repertoire. Predicting zones, predicting the victory as they start to drop down. Fledermoys trying to fight for his life. Could be able to do it, though. They are not the healthiest. The shot's going to go through. Motor with not a lot of builds. He's trying to get in. He doesn't have much to really get in. When shot's going to come through as they are going to take him on down. The victory royale going over to the birthday boys as we see 7 eliminations. That's 11 eliminations there for them. And the victory. That's going to be a lot of points. Definitely will improve their series leaderboard standings.
That is crazy. Today, Clay, we have played 6 games. 2 teams have won all 6 games. This is like not a common thing. This is insane. It's been some great performances today. That was a great win from them, textbook win, you know, closing out the game from high ground position, losing some players on the way, but, you know, that's the nature of the game sometimes. As long as they were to pick up the win, a couple of eliminations, maybe you hope to get some more, especially considering the fact that they're on high ground for so long, but still a great game for them. Still a great game.
A very great game, and that will push them further up both the session and the series standing leaderboards as we wait to get that leaderboard updated for you guys. Thank you all for hanging out. And this is, again, where I say you got to go check out Levin doing some awesome things. He said he recorded 7 podcasts last night, so definitely look to see those updated very, very soon. Go follow him on Twitter. He's trying to get new guests on there as well. So if you think anybody here you want to see discuss their FNCS run or their WarLegend Invitational run, go show Levin, say, tag him, be like, hey, I want to see Airwax on your podcast. I want to see Mitra on your podcast. I want to see CRR. Definitely would love to see CRR on that podcast. So go check them out. 11-2K everywhere. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. You can check them out. Check out WarLegend on Twitter as well as here on Twitch. Make sure you follow. I finally got it right as we finish up the games. Join the Discord as well. It's discord.gg/WLS for some awesome content as well.
Hey guys, it's that time, man. It's the time where we have to start wrapping things up. But before you leave, guys, look at the amazing guy to my left, my right. I can't do left and rights. Kayston, he's been here every single week for you guys, hustling. WarLegend, even before I was here, before Destiny was here, before anybody was here, Clay was here, grinding it out for you guys all alone. I've here keeping company. I didn't want to see him alone anymore, man. But he's been killing it. This weekend, he was killing it in FNCS, providing amazing casts for you guys. Be sure to follow him on everything. Clay Stelling on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, everything. Amazing guy. Thank you for making my life so easy, Clay.
It made my life easy as well. Otherwise, I don't feel like I would have had a voice after today. We had a long weekend as the leaderboard will be updated here very, very soon. It is going to come down to the players on the bottom of the leaderboard. We know that Airwax and them are going to be on top with their score. We know that they dominated almost every single game. That last game they kind of threw away because they didn't decide to, they didn't have their play. Airwax wasn't in, so they said, you know what, I'm going to throw it away and, stuff like that. I definitely don't agree with it. Play it out, try to beat that score, but hey, maybe tired, maybe a little bit late over there. I think it is for you, 11 is the leaderboard. Will be updated here very, very soon. I promise you guys. I know everybody in chat's like, where is it? Give us the leaderboard. Give us the leaderboard. Don't you worry. It's coming. I promise you. I am very, 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 very excited to see where Rocks and them ended up because I literally said it at the beginning. I said, I think they're going to win it. And I think they're going to topple Airwax on them. But I didn't think that it was going to cause Airwax to crash. Maybe a little Clay caster curse coming this time around, 11.
Yeah, I don't know what I was there. He did that. I'm sure there's a lot of players I'd love to make before they play. But regardless, man, some great games. That's so incredible. Like we're kind of skimming over this, but that is actually incredible. To win 4 out of 6 games you play, it is amazing. It's an amazing feat to accomplish, and then obviously the Fnatic guys to pick up the final 2 games or 2 of the other 6 games is crazy. So amazing performances from those 2 squads, and I'm so excited to see that even with the announcement of duos being made, squad composition is still thriving. And speaking to duos, the first Winter Royale final is tomorrow.
No.
It's tomorrow.
No, I'm pretty sure it's on the 20th, 11.
No, they put on the rules that it's the 10th. That's what everyone's going crazy on Twitter right now, bro.
No, there's no way.
Yeah, they put on. Yeah, it's apparently some people say it's a typo. I hope it's a typo.
I believe it is. I'm pretty sure it'd be a typo, but we do have the leaderboard updated, so we'll swap over there. I believe, yeah, it may be a mistake. And on top, of course, is Solar Reacts the stream. But look at that increase there by Fnatic. They jump all the way up to second place, sitting at 720 points. Reminder, before this, they were sitting at 478 points, so they will move up very, very far to the top of the leaderboard. Dynamite is going to be there in third. Themo Carry going to be there. That's Trax, Themo, apologize, Zen, and Raidful. As we look to see ARZJ, Yo, that's going to be Pay 1K, Yarkos, Covado, and Twos. The fake Russians being Miro, Matzo, Snap, Amplify, Gamer Legion and Company being Drepa, Darkarino, Mashus, Envy, and Islands being Hoppy, Etson, Stacey, and X Sweezy will all be eliminated and not be invited back. They will be relegated on out, and we get in 5 new squads there. So unfortunate there for them. It came down very, very close there to 20th to 21st. You see only a difference of 14 points there. So Antiza, Riki, Zimi, and Jesse not able to clutch it on out, but a GG well played there to Fnatic, Rit, and Solar Reactor Stream to take home first today.
Yeah, this was the top 2 are not surprising at all, right? clearly haven't been. But a lot of the other squads really impressed me today. Fimo Carry was a squad that actually didn't really impress me today. Obviously, you know, I'm sure they would have wanted, you know, even more, a better result. But when you have the two top teams being that dominant, then there's not much you can do. Obviously, a couple of the squads, you know, I'd say we're middle of the pack and whatnot. It was a shame that the FNCS champions weren't able to play as their team with, the full team. Obviously, they had a fill, but regardless, it was great. The DV1 squad that you said would do well coming in, they did perform well. 6th place is not bad. And then the Dynaman team that I had coming in came third at the end. So I think all round, you know, pretty solid predictions made by us and pretty solid full action we saw today. I
agree. So I had to get it in again. But update, Lumen did tweet out that it was a typo in the rules, so it will be 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So Lumen coming in clutch there. As this is going to be it for us. We appreciate you guys hanging on out. Thank you so much, and we will see you guys not tomorrow, but Wednesday for the final sessions. And just so you guys know, before we go, the finals is 2 days. 6 games one day, 6 games the next day. The next day, the 16th and the 18th, and then we will be done, and we will crown our WarLegend Series Invitational champions. All right, y'all have a great day. We'll see you soon.
If we are one grain of sand in the middle of the ocean, can you try to understand how a touch can cause explosions? Rise up. I'm too great to be landed. Rise up. We're too great to be standing.
They ain't never gonna stop us, flying at 'em like choppers, better took those risks, cool, but in my fists we fire starters, one out of a million will reach those heights.